the WarriorCast with the North Shore Warriors. My name is Dylan. With me, we have Zach Bauska.
Hey, what's going on?
We have Purple, Thomas Mathis.
As always.
And we have the Ion Calhand, Mitch Newport, ladies and gentlemen.
What up?
The Ion Calhand.
Well, the Ion Calhand.
Nice.
Hampy isn't with us right now. He's out adventuring. Hopefully will be joining us later in the cast. So keep
That was the last time I ever saw Hamster.
Yeah, we haven't heard from him. We're a little scared, but we're gonna make it through this with you.
He's probably
we're all in this
somewhere.
together. That was in a movie.
We're gonna get
once.
like 30 less views on this episode. People
Without
are gonna be
the
like,
hamster.
"No happy."
Negative
No
30 views.
Yeah.
So, Boosky Poo, how's your week?
Week went pretty good. I got the job with that beverage company, so I start on Monday.
Attaboy.
Oh, yeah.
Other than that, nothing really too exciting. I spent the weekend in Bemidji helping Anna's family butcher a cow, so that was fun.
What the fuck?
Nice.
Yeah, where do you think your hamburger comes from, huh?
Oh, okay, yeah, but that's not like a normal thing to do.
Actually, I do it on like several different occasions with different, like my family does it, my brother-in-law's family does it, and Anna's family does it. So,
Hell is life outside this city, Mitch?
I don't know.
Right?
LJ talks about this kind of stuff too, and she talks about like cleaning kills, and I feel so out of my element.
it was a lot of fun.
I don't think I've killed anything.
I mean, I didn't kill it, but I didn't even trim the fat this time.
We get it.
Mostly,
I
I just
killed,
sat inside and drank
bugs,
beer.
plenty of bugs.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, nothing too crazy going on in my corner. So, yeah. That's about it.
Peace.
All right, well, cool.
Nice.
Purple, how was your week?
Yeah, I've actually had quite an eventful week. Surprisingly, I'll start by saying I finished the Mass Effect original trilogy. It took me a little while, but yep, I got it done, and I started doing the early access for Andromeda. We'll talk about that later. I went on Thursday. If you're a member of the MIA, it's free Thursdays to see the exhibits that are there. So, and you can sign up to be a member for free. So me and Paul went and saw the Guillermo exhibit at the
dude,
MIA.
I heard about that on the radio today.
Yeah, it was really cool. I'm definitely going to go back because it was really, really, really crowded. And we didn't really get to see as much as we would like just because there's so many people like around everything. I didn't really read anything in there. But what was nice is that they gave us a ticket that was like, hey, because it's crowd tonight, if you want to come back anytime to see it, feel free. So I've got just like a ticket for whenever I would want, just sitting around. And as of right now, I still only live a block away from the MIA. So
Nice.
yeah, I'll just hop over there one of
Cool.
these days and see it again. I would definitely suggest checking it out though, because it was really cool. What else did I do? I had my first and second chiropractor appointments. That was interesting. Yeah.
How was that?
I know. I've learned that my good. I learned that my neck is fucked.
Great.
Yeah.
Great.
Which is like a good and bad thing. It's like a good thing because I'm like, okay, so like that's a huge reason why I've been feeling so fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also bad thing because my neck is fucked.
Right.
Yeah. No, and then checked out some more houses. Looked at one that we liked, but we didn't get it. And then we actually visited one this morning that was great. And the landlord, she's like, I don't know if she's like the landlord or just like the agent, because like I think it's like renting through a bank, which is really weird. Yeah, but so she was like talking to us in the place, and she's like, yeah, I really like you guys. It's not up to my decision. It's not just up to me, but like, I mean, I think you guys would be a good fit here, and I really like you. So if you just go in and submit that today, I'm sure there's a good chance that you could rent from us. So I was like, fuck yeah, okay. It's a great place. It was like really open kitchen. It's an upper level duplex, which is gonna suck if like for like moving in.
Right.
But like really big bedrooms and like cool, interesting bedrooms. And like one of them is like sunken in. I think it's like an addition, and the other one's got this like you walk into it and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, like this is an alright sized bedroom, and then like you turn the corner and there's just like another huge part of it like around a corner. Kind of fun.
Oh shit.
Cool.
So hopefully that works out. I would really love to like have a place.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I would really love to stop looking. Hopefully, that would be fantastic. And yeah, that is. I'm trying to think of other stuff, but I think that is about it.
Well, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was St. Patrick's Day this week.
Oh
guys.
yeah.
Yeah, I was working.
I celebrated by, yeah. I just drank alone and played Mass Effect. Paul was there. He was at my side.
I drank green beer at my house by myself. Like, I made the beer green and then
Oh, I served
Just
many
sat
a
there.
green beer.
pathetically.
Mitchie.
I've had this week has just been cruddy for me, man. I've been like sick for the past couple days, so I've just been like lying around doing nothing. LJ and I got back into the cities last night, and we woke up this morning and both of us had been towed. So
Oh, shit.
no.
So we went and
For
did that.
what cause, sir?
I
sucks.
literally can't tell you, and that's the most frustrating part.
Wait,
wait,
I'll
what?
have
Are
to
you
kill
just on,
you
like,
if I
an
tell
NDA
you,
or
or
something?
like,
well, no, like,
yeah.
like we went and got her car today, and it was just like the most, like 10 times worse DMV. It was just such a mess today. Apparently, she was parked too close to a driveway, even though like there was no, she wasn't anywhere near it. It was just a big clusterfuck.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, that's how they get you.
Yeah. So that set us back like $130-$140.
Ugh.
So that's
Yeah, because
that
you gotta
sucks.
pay
I'm
for the
pretty sure
tow,
that
and
would-
you gotta pay for the night in the frickin' impound.
And then you got to pay for the ticket that they give you too, which is another $37. So
I am like on that would send me into financial despair. Like I'm pretty
Yep.
sure that would send me to the poorhouse.
we had kind of
Right
an
now.
emotional day today when both of us got towed, and
Oh,
we haven't
no.
even gotten my car out yet because
Oh, Mitch.
I left my keys in Duluth as well. Because
Oh my
Oh.
god.
this has been a rough. I've been on. This is the downhill. This is the sitting on the top of the hill and just rolling down.
Well, Mitch,
but-
if you need me to, I'm coming down on Thursday. I'm coming through the cities. I can bring him down.
I think we're actually heading up tomorrow night to go get them,
Oh, okay. All right. Just thought
so
I
that we don't have to
crazy.
get another 50. No, but thanks, man, because it's $18 per night.
Oh shit.
kidding.
Jesus.
Yeah,
What a racket.
it's so
Just-
painful.
Can you like break in there and just like hotwire it and then just drive
I
it out
think
the front
I
gate
might-
and
I think that's a felony.
gone in 60 seconds style?
Nah.
Oh god, I don't. And my car is like a super piece of shit too. So I would like hit the fence and then bounce off of it.
Your bumper would fall off. and the
Nobody
fence
hangs
is
out
fine.
in the import. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody hangs out in the impound at night, so I think you'd be fine.
I think so.
Everybody knows that.
I'll give it
They
a
don't believe in
try.
night guards.
Until there's the one security guard that's like, I'm actually gonna go to work tonight.
Shit. Other than
I'll
that,
just-
LJ and I have just been playing Dark Souls 2, and
Nice.
she decided to get an engagement band that's actually a ring from Dark Souls 2 for me, which I thought was
That's
beautifully
That's
geeky.
badass.
awesome.
So we're pretty excited about that. Hopefully,
Match
in the
made
next
in
coming
heaven.
weeks. No kidding, right? Like,
Yeah.
but other than that, that's been my sick-filled week.
Ugh.
Sounds terrible. I'm
It's been
sorry.
rough. I'm hoping
Yeah,
it'll
I'm
get
sorry,
better
man.
this week.
At least you got a sweet Dark Souls ring out of the deal.
Exactly.
true.
That's
And all
like
you had to
the
do was
true.
propose.
light at the end of the tunnel.
All you had to do was propose and sell your soul to another individual.
Perfect. Yeah.
Well, cool.
Well, Dylan, how was your week, man?
Yeah.
My week, I don't know. It's pretty laid back. I worked a lot this weekend. Made a decent amount of money. Bought my first. Probably you'll be proud of me. I bought my first Wild T-shirt.
Ooh, attaboy.
Attaboy.
Oh,
For,
during the
'cause
slump too.
They're slumping a little
I know,
bit.
right?
Yeah, dude, they're slumping
I
pretty
know.
bad.
They must have been on sale.
We can wear them at work. So, they were having a
that's
25% off sale. Not
Wait,
because of the
at,
slump.
At what place is this again?
This was at there's like a Wild locker in the Maplewood
No,
Mall
I mean
out
your
by my
place
house.
of work. What's
Oh,
where do you work?
No, don't worry about it.
isn't your place of business also a
It's
euphemism?
confidential.
I feel like it's like a thing, a container of something.
No,
Like
it's
something
it's
that
a sports
holds
bar.
two
It's just called the
things.
sports bar. They changed the name.
Ah.
It's just called the sports bar.
Oh.
The sport.
I don't know.
Cradles.
I feel like if it did hold two things, one of them
Scrotally.
would hang lower than the other.
Ooh.
All right,
And I don't know why. I
so
think
yeah, I
it would be
worked
the
a
one on
bunch.
the left
Bought a
side.
Wild shirt for work. Been playing Mass Effect Andromeda. Talk more about that later. Drowning my sorrows in Taco Bell.
Ugh, been there.
Yeah, that's really. I really. It wasn't that interesting of a week. It was pretty chill. So it was a good break. It was nice.
Hell yeah.
But cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So, everyone get their feels in on how their weeks were. Everyone feeling good?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Well, are we
we
drinking tonight, boys? Should we do what's on?
Oh,
should
you
we do
know
what
it.
I
we're
was just
drinking?
about to say.
Beer
Yeah,
corner.
let me go grab
Beer
another.
corner.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, while Purple's doing that, I'll start us out. Here we go. Maybe
All
hopefully we
right,
can
what are you
hear it.
drinking, Dilly?
I am drinking the classiest of beers, the champagne of beers, Miller High Life.
Oh God,
Yeah.
how's it taste?
Living the high life.
Oh, so cheap.
Like filtered
Catch me up.
water.
Catch me up. What's going on?
Oh, I'm not.
Dylan's
I'm
drinking
I'm just
his
having
water.
Dylan's drinking.
No, the champagne
Miller
of beers.
High Life.
The champagne of beers.
Oh, the high life. The shit. Yeah, the
He's
champagne.
living
of
the
beer.
high
Thank
life.
you.
Choice.
And they asked me how it tasted, and I said like cheap. So that's about it.
Like gee.
Nice.
Booski.
Yeah, okay. So Ann and I don't know if you guys ever did this, but Monday nights in Superior, Wisconsin, there's this brewery called the Thirsty Pagan. They
I've heard
have
about
a
it.
special. Yeah, they have a special on Monday nights that you can get medium 2-topping pizza, which is fucking phenomenal pizza, and a growler of beer for $20. So
What?
yeah, it's dirty. It's good. The pizza is so fucking good, and the beer is phenomenal. I asked them for a growler of their amber ale, and then we got home, and it turns out they accidentally filled it up with an IPA. So, I mean, I'm not complaining, but
Wait,
Anna
You
was
get
really
to
looking
keep the
forward to that.
growler.
Well, okay, so you have to pay. I think it's $25 the first time that you do it.
Oh,
and you
okay,
keep the
and then you can
growler,
bring your
but you
growler
bring
back.
it back for a refill. Yeah, for $20.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't
So-
sure if like that included another growler because I'm like those things are fucking valuable, man.
Yeah, they're like $5. I think you have to
Well,
pay for
$5,
it.
but
But I mean,
still.
that's a lot
I
of
mean,
glass.
Yeah,
you can use them
exactly.
anywhere.
You could
So
kill it
I'm-
with one of
Wash
those.
it.
I'm drinking a growler of IPA from locally brewed Thirsty Pagan. So, yeah.
Nice,
Sweet.
cool. Well, boys, you want to hear a noise?
Yes, let's
Let's
hear
hear
it.
Give it to me.
Oh.
Oh.
That, my friends, is the opening of a crisp, cool Let It Ride, courtesy of Indeed Brewing Company
Indeed
in Northeast
Brewing.
Minneapolis.
Ah, so good.
This fine, hoppy ale has aromas of grapefruit and hops. That's good. No, it's an IPA. They used to only be available in the summer. I think they brew year round now, though.
Yeah, Indeed's been
Um,
doing that a lot lately.
Yeah.
I've heard that they switched
got-
a lot of their summer selections to year round.
Mm-hmm. It's a little bit more hoppier, or it's a little hoppier than, and a little bit more bitter than, for instance, like Sky 5 from Bauhaus. Like theirs is more like citrusy and sweet. This one's got a lot more of like a hop kick to it. Their other IPA is Let It Roll, which they do a lot of in the fall. And I honestly I can't describe the difference between the two, other than that the one in the fall tastes like a beer made in the fall. I don't know. They do taste different. Yeah, no, it's good though. It's a good IPA. I still prefer the Sky 5. But I had a lot of that this weekend, so I thought I'd switch it up and go with a Let It Ride tonight.
Nice. Sounds good.
Let It Rider.
Let It Rider.
Ooh.
It's got a picture of an elephant.
Ooh.
Or a drawing of an elephant with a little Sherlock Holmes hat and a 3-piece suit on a
Deerstalker
bicycle.
cap.
Fancy.
Sounds like something
pretty great.
hipsters would love.
And he is having a fantastic time. Actually, did you know that Josiah knows the guy who does all their art?
That doesn't
really?
surprise me in the slightest.
Yeah.
for some
Yeah, I
reason.
know, because
Kidding.
Josiah knows everybody.
He is a man about town.
He truly is.
Does he listen to this? Because that'd be great if he did.
We can only
Sure.
hope.
Josiah, if you're listening, email us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Got to push that
Or just
email.
hit us up. I haven't seen him in 2 weeks.
I haven't seen him.
You've seen him more
I tell you
recently
what,
than
I know exactly the last time I saw him was the day he was leaving Duluth, and he was up talking to Dylan in the MPAC lobby. And then I was like, hey, I'm going to miss you. And then he was just like, gone with the wind.
I remember that interaction. That sound right there.
That was the last time we ever saw Josiah.
And that was the last time we ever heard from old Josiah.
Okay, Mitchie.
Guys.
Mitchie.
I'm gonna make a confession here.
Oh,
I'm a
God.
slow drinker. I'm still drinking Spotted Cow.
Oh,
there's nothing
six
wrong
pack
with
sitting
that.
in the fridge.
I thought...
Don't you ever
that's
apologize
nothing.
for Spotted Cow.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to
I
hit us
thought
with
you were
tap
about to
water
say
again.
you quit drinking.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what's
no.
the point in Beer Corner if somebody's going to be like
No.
on the wagon?
No.
I'm just so confused because the Mitch that I remember, which is the Mitch that I was still getting to know, was the Mitch where I went to his apartment to watch. It was the
What did we watch? What the fuck
Hard
was that?
Home.
That's
The
right.
Hard Home episode of Game of Thrones.
Yep.
And I think that was one of the first times that we actually hung out outside of class and stuff.
I think so. Early
And-
on. Yeah.
I just remember offering everybody rum and cokes.
Yes,
I only drink
that's the
rum and
Mitchie I
Cokes. And I'm like,
remember.
that-
Nothing
And I
but
have
rum
all
and
the
coke.
rum.
rum stacked up across the top of the
Yeah.
kitchen.
Yeah, and I just remember thinking I don't know this dude too well. I know him all right. That's exactly what I expect.
Rum and Coke. There you
And
go.
that little studio you had, yeah.
Oh yeah. I've still got a 2-liter of rum in the fridge. I might dip into that after I finish this cow.
So there we go. I'm bringing him back to his roots.
Attaboy.
Oh
Nice.
god. I
Nice.
might get kind of crazy. It's been a
Uh-oh.
long
Do
time
something
since I've hit
crazy.
liquor. Do something
Nice.
crazy. Yeah,
Hey,
but
Perp.
same old Spotted Cow.
Cool.
Perp.
Yeah, what's up, Basket?
I totally just thought of this for no reason today. Well, okay, I thought of you because my friend told me that on The Current today they were playing All Day by Girl Talk,
Nice.
which I was like, I didn't know you could play that on the radio.
Yeah, no, that was the...
It's pretty offensive, but it's really
That was
good.
how I... That's how I discovered Girl Talk, was they played... The year that All Day came out, they played Jump on Stage a lot.
Oh, really?
And that was the...
I
that's
heard
how
of
I
them.
learned about Girl Talk.
Yeah, my friends, I think they saw him live at some festival, and they were like, hey, you got to check out these guys. And then they told me to check out Night Ripper, and then Night Ripper was like, eh. And then they were like, wait, no, you have to check out All Day. And I checked out All Day, and it was one
All
of
Day
the
is so
best
fucking
albums
good.
I've ever heard. Anyways, I thought of you when they
the-
told me about that today.
The thing that got me hooked on that when I heard Jump on Stage was the second when they start doing Creep, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
Biggie is
that's
rapping over
good.
Creep, and then they just come right back in with the chorus. It's oh man, fucking genius. And then you listen to the whole rest of that album, and it's just amazing. I might put that on now.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay, this is a little off topic, but since we're talking about albums and because my hobby is collecting vinyl records.
Hey,
anybody
it's okay.
listening
Hampy isn't here right now, so we got time.
Oh yeah, anybody listening out there,
Yeah.
they actually just reissued Demon Days by the Gorillaz, or they're gonna have one through vinylmeplease.com, and it's an official reissue, and it's like the only one that they're planning on doing as of right now. And I mean, that album on vinyl goes for like hundreds of dollars online for the original, and it was such a good album when it came out. I remember in like middle school or early high school.
Didn't they just announce that they're new? That like, oh no, it got leaked. That's it.
Yeah. Okay.
So like,
I saw on Reddit
track names and collaborators on the new album.
Yeah, they had like a link
now.
to whatever they were using, except it was password protected. And on Reddit, some guy just guessed 2017 as the password, and it was right. And so like all of the like a lot of their new album got leaked, and it's like somebody just lost their job.
Well, I think since we're talking about it, I brought it up. I think I might read them. I'm kind of liking having a music discussion right now.
I know.
I think it's a good thing.
Well, okay, since
Makes
we're
us feel
doing
more
this,
cultured.
Chuck Berry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's
Chuck
right.
Berry, man.
And
Yeah.
And the current play they had, so they do the coffee break.
I was listening.
Yeah, they did. They
yeah.
did Chuck Berry
driving
covers today, and it was just.
That was today. Yeah. Yeah. That was when I
Chuck
was
Berry
going to check
was
out that
the
place.
first song that Jimmy Cooper had me learn. I think it was Johnny Be Good in my guitar lessons.
Nice.
And then I think like maybe 1 or 2 months ago, I was in the Vinyl Cave over in Superior, and I managed to snag a copy of Johnny Be Good on vinyl, and it was like brand new for like $3. And so when I heard that he like just died the other day, I was like, oh. So Anna and I got home, and I was like, first thing I did was throw that record on, and oh man, what a legend, what a guy.
Yeah.
First
bad.
Got the-
individual into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I've got the rumored track list for this new Gorillaz album up. If
Oh, you
y'all
do?
want to hear it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
if you guys, if people listening don't want to hear it, then I guess I don't know. Plug your ears.
Skip ahead like
Although I feel
a
like
minute and a
music,
half.
like I feel like music spoilers aren't a thing, right?
No,
I don't
I've never
think
heard
so.
of.
I mean, you can't
So,
really like
okay.
if it's the Gorillaz like track lists, it's just gonna be like weird ass names.
Well, it's track lists and
Right.
and then featured artists.
Oh,
so it's
okay.
Andromeda featuring. I also some of these featured artists I haven't heard of. So, forgive me if I pronounce them dumb. Andromeda featuring DRAM or DRAM. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's what
That's
it
pretty
looks
much
like.
the one that I was talking about. Ascension featuring Vince Staples, Busted in Blue, Carnival featuring Anthony Hamilton, Charger featuring Grace Jones, Circle of Friends featuring Brandon Markle Holmes, Halfway to the Halfway House featuring Pevin Everett, Hallelujah Money featuring Benjamin Clementine, Interlude Elevator Going Up, Interlude New World, Interlude Penthouse, Interlude Talk Radio, Interlude Elephant, Interlude The Nonconformist Oath, Let Me Out featuring Mavis Staples and Pusha T, Moments featuring De La Soul, Out of Body featuring Kilo Kish, Zebra Cats, and Imani Vashana, Saturn Bars featuring Popcan, Sex Murder Party, sounds like
Yeah,
a fucking awesome
love it
song,
already.
featuring Jamie Principle and Zebra Cats, She's My Caller featuring Callie Ukis, Strobe Light featuring Pevin Everett, Submission featuring Danny Brown and Kalela, The Apprentice featuring Rag and Bone Man, Zebra Cats, and Ray BLK, Ticker Tape featuring Carly Simon and Kaylee Ukis, and We Got the Power featuring Jenny
Damn,
Beth. I should
that's
mention
gonna
that
be
was
loaded.
alphabetical, not necessarily the track list.
Yeah,
Right.
that's gonna
Or
be
like the
like
order.
a
Gotcha.
loaded album.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be great. It's their first one since, what, 2010?
Plastic Beach, I think was that their last one?
Or no, I just remember they went on hiatus in 2010. That's when I first started listening to current.
Let me do some googling.
I'm looking at it.
because I think Plastic Beach was
The
their-
fall was in 2011. Plastic Beach 2010.
2011. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 2000.
I'm
2010. Yeah.
So the last one
I'm
was
still waiting on a new
2011.
LCD
Yeah.
Sound System album. Since they since LCD Sound System came off their hiatus. I'm still waiting on them to put something.
Oh
new
yeah.
out.
Yeah. Okay.
Also-
that was so. I don't know, because LCD Sound System, I've never really listened to them, but I remember
so fucking good.
They like announced that they were breaking up, and they had this whole like final tour and whatever, and like
Yeah,
sold
which was,
out
like,
a ton of
incredible.
shows. But now it's like
Yeah.
you said they're getting back together and they're putting out more music.
No, they already have. Yeah, they played Coachella last year.
Oh wow.
That was like their
Like
first
it's
show back
cool, but it
together.
also seems kind of gimmicky. Like, it's,
dude, no, not.
No, but like saying like, oh, this is it. Like we're done. We're completely done. We're gonna do like one last.
No,
tour,
they never.
and
They
then
didn't say that. They
everybody's-
just went on. Oh yeah.
Because I mean, like,
kinda just-
I'm trying to think. Like, Rolling Stones have had like the last tour like 17 times, and it's like, okay, when are you gonna die?
Well, you know,
But-
with LCD Sound System, you know, it's James Murphy, and he wanted to like go off and do his own thing because he's a producer more than anything, really. So he wanted to go off and do more producing. He also made the comedy with Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric, and then the other guys in LCD Sound System are also in Hot Chip. So they like went off and did their own thing, and they really thought they were done with it, and then I guess they just decided they want to go back. Actually, they did have one song that they've made since the hiatus. It's a Christmas song, and it's really fucking good. It's really depressing. It's really, really fucking good. But like, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, their last album is like one of the best albums I've ever heard. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. All their albums are really, honestly, like some of my favorites. But like, This Is Happening is just fucking fantastic from start to finish. Also,
to
Father
check 'em
John
out.
Mystery is coming out with a new album very soon, and I'm very excited for that. I really like that new single that I'm hearing.
Have you guys heard the new Bon Iver album?
I heard
Yeah,
a little
One
bit of
Million.
it
I have
when
not.
I was in Electric Fetus. They were playing it.
It's weird. It's a lot different than his other
Thank
stuff.
God.
It's
yeah. I was gonna say.
No,
I
it's-
wanted to say like
it's
yeah,
very
really good,
ethereal.
Rich,
Like
but-
it's not really
It's
like
different.
grounded like
It's-
his other work. Yeah.
no, it's very avant-garde.
Here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I really like it. I have a bone to pick with its format.
Uh,
Formatting on an album is a huge thing for me, and I do not think that album's formatted well.
What do you mean
Because,
specifically?
So like song order,
Mhm.
structure. Like, let me just make sure I got all the song titles correct. But like, so it starts off with Over Soon, right?
Mhm. I'm looking at the track list too.
And yeah, and it's just like so like really chill, right? And it's a great first song on an album because you're like, because I don't know, for me, like an album, if I like to listen to albums all the way through. I don't like to
Yeah,
listen to
me
just
too.
singles. And the first song on an album has to like grip you, and it has to be. I mean, it's just like structuring anything. It's the first scene in a play. It's the first paragraph in a paper. You want it to set you up, and you want it to be like, okay, like this is the ride I'm about to go on,
Right.
and that's what Over Soon is like. And then it goes into what's the next
Death
song
Breast?
again?
Ten
It's,
Death
Death Breast.
Yeah.
And it takes like that really like calm and ethereal feeling you get from Over Soon, and then it just
Into those, like,
puts you into
heavy
something else
garbage
with that-
can hitting
Yeah,
drums.
those heavy garbage can drums, and you're like, whoa, hold on, like this is a little too, like this is a little bit of a jump for me, and then it goes like right back into that, and I'm like, I don't know, like I don't know about that placement of that song. That's really the only bone to pick I have with it, but like
Sure.
it's a big one for me because, like I think about some of my favorite structured albums, like Time to Pretend. I think is
yeah.
one of like I honestly think it's one of the best like structured albums of all time. Like that album starts with or sorry, not it's Oracular Spectacular. Sorry, the name of the album is Oracular Spectacular.
Oh,
not Time to
MGMT?
Pretend. Time to Pretend is Time to Pretend is the first song. That's just a great song. Like just to set you up. It's like light and summery, and it goes into
Sure.
Weekend Warrior, which is again like a very like summer song about like going to your cabin. Then what is it? Electric Feel, I think, is after that. Then The Youth, then Kids, and then like after Kids, it gets like weird. It transitions a little bit, and the song is like actually like the song is called Fourth Dimensional Transition, and then it like transitions into the B-sides, and like the B-sides are kind of a little bit more trippy and like interesting, but like it's a smooth transition, and then like it ends with the handshake, and then after the handshake, it's oh god, what's the last song on that album called? I can't remember, but the last song is just like this big, like bombastic, like finale. It's
if we're
really
talking
good.
about
I really
structure,
like the
I
structure
want
of
to say that
album.
Dark Side of the Moon is one of my all-time favorite albums, and the way that album flows, oh god, it's so good.
There you go.
It's just everything about that.
Yeah,
Dark Side of the Moon.
God, that album's fucking 10 years old now.
Right?
Not
I
Dark
was
Side
like,
of the Moon.
you
Sorry,
might want to check the
Miraculous
facts
Jacket.
on that
wait,
one,
wait.
buddy. That's false news,
Excuse me?
fake news, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
false news.
10 years old. Fucking shit.
Yeah, that's all I have to say about that, because I'm always constantly saying how good Dark Side is, and like, I mean, I'm not like a stoner or anything. Like, everybody is always like, "What's your favorite album?" I'm like, "Dark Side of the Moon." They're like, "Oh," but it's just so good. Oh, I love Pink Floyd.
What do you hang out? Do you like hang around a bunch of people who like came out of a time machine? From,
No,
like, the
but I mean,
70s?
when
I feel like that's not like a
I don't know, because when you
like a stoner.
I still think it's
like
pretty
thing anymore
like,
to
when
like
you
Pink
say
Floyd.
Dark Side of the Moon, everybody's like, oh, like it's just got, I don't want to say negative connotation, but it's definitely like it was definitely more aimed towards that crowd at the time. I mean, Pink Floyd, anything was always very stoner, like classic rock.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
now we have songs
Yes,
that
we
literally
do.
tell you to smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
So
I was going to
yeah, I
go
don't
to
know. I
work.
think.
Yeah,
Then
they
I
just
got
got a
high.
little more
Then I got
money
high.
with it recently than they did back then.
Oh, guys, I was almost.
Yeah.
Future Reflections. That's the name. Yeah. Maybe
Well,
we'll have to
wasn't-
do a.
Wasn't CCR really
oh,
blatant
yeah.
about it too?
Oh yeah.
Wasn't a sit on my back porch just about like him getting high at home?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
CCR just reminds me
okay,
of Houndmouth.
yes. I wanted to say
Oh, yeah.
that
Houndmouth
was
reminds me of
another
good
one I
times.
wanted to say
Houndmouth.
is Houndmouth, Little Neon Limelights. Probably it's
Yeah, it's a
probably my
fantastically
favorite
structured
album that
album.
I've discovered in the
Well-
past like 3 years. And the fact that I saw them live first before I listened to any of their stuff.
I will actually say
just,
this
like,
about that album.
It was so good. That concert, Palomino. Ugh.
Yeah. Oh, they were so fucking good. I will say this about Little Neon Lights. It again with the structure. Sedona, love that song. Great song, right? Fantastic song. But it's like so unlike the rest of the album. So like that's the first song I heard from them because it's like it was like the first single, one of the first singles from that album to start being played on the radio, and like. So here I am thinking that like Houndmouth is like this like really chill, like
Yeah,
kind of like indie sounding, you know, like alt band, and then all of a sudden it goes straight into County Line, right? That's the name of the
15
next
years.
one.
15
hold on.
years is like the
15
new
years.
Jailhouse Rock.
And-
It is so
Yeah,
like,
and
I
then
love
like,
that
and then
song.
you're like, and yeah, and like,
oh
and
yeah,
15
I don't.
Oh no, it goes
I'm
into
not
Otis.
A huge fan.
It goes into Otis, and then you're like, oh, what is this like?
You do? It's like the one
I like
song on the
Otis.
album I wish I could take off,
'cause, like, 'cause
or
that- yeah, I really like
Honey
Otis.
Slider.
No, oh my Otis, won't you come back down? It's like the Honey Slider. What? Those are like the those are like the real classic sounding songs on that album.
But I mean,
My
if you
little
compare
honey
Honey Slider
slider.
to Black
Oh my
Gold, I
God.
think Black Gold probably should have led the album. That should have been the first song on the album. It was so
Black Gold is
it's
fucking
just
fantastic.
punch right in your face and just good.
Well, no, because Black Gold goes
that's
Black
true.
Gold goes so well after For No One
For No
though,
One.
because For No One is like this ballad, and then it's like the same key. Like with the first time I
yeah,
listened to the
that's
album,
right.
I thought they were the same song.
I just
'Cause they
one
go,
thing I
like,
remember
so
is
well
when
into
we
each
saw him
other.
live and they were he was talking in between
no, like-
sets, Matt Myers, and he was like, "Yeah, so this this next song is about this one time I did acid at the Kentucky Derby."
Wasn't it
And,
being like
and then he started singing. Yeah, I think that's For No One, right?
That's right. That's right. Actually, looking at the track list, the only song I don't. Yeah, I think that was For No One. Yeah. The only song I don't recognize from the track list, I can't just think of it at the top of my head, is By God.
Just turn out the lights.
No, please just turn out the lights. That's going to sound really bad because we are not synced, but whatever, because of ping. But yeah, so Sedona, like I said, it sounds like an indie rock song, and then the rest of the album is like this really great, like old-fashioned sounding southern rock. And that took me by surprise. I still liked it, and it's one of my favorite albums of that year.
I don't know. I think it.
Yeah,
fits.
it was weird.
I think
so. That's again. I think structure is important.
I feel like but it's the soft intro.
It does. Well, it's like
the soft intro
it's
where
a porch,
he's doing
it's a
the
porch
alternate,
sipper.
like the alternate picking.
Exactly.
Between,
Yeah, it's a soft
whatever.
intro.
I don't want to get too technical, but when he's doing that and then it slowly builds in, I think it's a good start.
And I
to
should
an
say,
album.
yeah,
I think it's the way it comes in is good.
Well, that's like my fault for not knowing.
Oh, they're
that
Americana.
Hum-Mouth was like a southern rock
Full
band.
on.
You know,
It's
so like, well, yeah. They're the genre on the genre
really?
on
No.
Google is alternative country.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you very much.
It's not alternative.
Yeah,
it's
much
indie,
like what's
though.
yeah. Well, dude, no. Yeah,
It's-
because
it's-
what? No. Yes, it is. It is country. Country is not what people think country is. Country is actual good genre of music.
No,
I
yeah, that's
agree.
stadium
Tim McGraw
country.
and
That's
that's
not
pop music.
That's pop country, like
Pop
stadium
music
country.
with a cowboy hat.
No, I
Right.
mean, I don't know if I'd
Exactly.
necessarily
Yeah.
classify them as country, but I'd say that they're indie. Indie. I guess Americana is. I don't
They're
know
southern
though.
rock.
I
I would
mean,
just call them southern rock.
yeah.
Like Americana.
I wouldn't
rock,
necessarily say southern rock because
brush
when
to
I think
paint
of
something
southern
with.
rock, I think of Kings of Leon.
Americana-
and
Oh no! What no? I think of southern rock, and I think of Kings of Leon as like alternative. Like I mean, like they've got their southern rock influences for sure, but they're like alternative, like straight down the line. I mean,
Or
I
like
think of southern rock. I think of
Nathaniel
like
Rateliff and
Houndmouth.
the
I think
Night
of
Sweats?
like for at least contemporary southern rock bands like Houndmouth, Alabama Shakes.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
because
Nathaniel
I
Rateliff and the
guess
Night Sweats,
like
yeah.
listening to Houndmouth, like every time I listen to Pandora, like the Houndmouth Pandora, they always play Alabama Shakes, Nathaniel Rateliff. It's like one of my favorite Pandora
fucking
stations. 'cause
good,
it's like
dude.
every time I turn it on, I'm like, all right, I just need to listen to this one song, and then I'll stop, and then it's like one more.
Do you know what's a it's a really good Pandora station that's very eclectic? Father John Misty, then combine that with Alabama Shakes and combine that with Fantagram. So you'll get like your Americana southern rock kind of thing. You'll get your like folk and then like really indie like stuff with Father John Misty, and then you'll get like your like electric alternative with Fantagram, and it's this really cool eclectic Pandora station.
That's really
I'm
good.
gonna
Yeah, I'm
get
gonna do that right now.
crucified for saying this, but I wasn't a huge Alabama Shakes fan. When I haven't listened to the whole album of their
Oh my god! Well, which album are you talking about?
whatever their last
Sound
one
and
was.
Color?
Yeah, Sound and Color. I haven't.
Sound and Color
I haven't
is one
given
of
it-
my favorite albums of all time.
Yeah, it got really like critically acclaimed when it came out. I just
Because
I
it
never really
deserves it.
got into it. And
If
I
we're talking-
know
okay,
I
if we're
need to
talking
give it
about
another
this-
shot, but I mean, it was just.
If we're talking about the structure,
I'm
nothing,
not talking about
nothing
the
for me was
structure.
better than No, I know, but I'm like again, for me again, that's like a huge thing. And if we're like, so nothing beats me like walking out. I remember the first time I took a listen to that album. I don't remember a lot of albums for the first time I listened to them. I remember this one. I was taking a walk in my neighborhood. I stepped outside, put on Sound and Color. The first thing I hear is that vibraphone, like the do 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 do, and like that really sweet like drum beat. And like I'd listened to their first album. I was a big fan of their first album, and all of a sudden I'm like, whoa, man! Like this is just like taking me for like a different ride. Then it goes like straight into "Don't Want to Fight," which is the best song of 2015. I don't care what anybody says. And Dunes, "Future People," and "Give Me All Your Love" are like two amazing songs back to back. I don't know. It's
Maybe I just need to
I
go
guess
back
I
and
could
give it
say-
another listen with like less. It was just like everybody was like, "Oh my god, this is the best album ever written," and then I listened to it
could say-
once through, and I was like, "It's all right."
I could say that the B-side definitely is not as strong, but it's still really good. Really, really good. And Over My Head is a great song to finish that album with. It's just like that album does such a good job with dynamics and not just like sound-wise, but just like emotionally wise. Like it goes like it does such a fantastic job of like being so small and intimate in moments to just being like so huge and pleading. It's really cool, man. It's a journey.
I'll have to listen to it again, but anywho.
Cool. Well, that was a fun impromptu music corner.
Yeah,
Music
we'll
corner.
do music corner more
Yeah,
often.
I could
Holy
talk about
crap.
music all day.
Yeah.
Well, we
Yeah,
had to kill,
that's the thing
Hampton's
is
on here. He's got all the interesting stories. Hey, you're listening to The Current now, though.
Yeah,
Not a little
but
too soon.
only a little bit, and I'm only like half paying attention to when they drop the names of the people.
Oh, you just need to. Well, that's why you gotta go online and find it.
That's why
No,
you
dude, I
got
don't
Where I
have
find all my
Shazam.
bands, dude.
I don't have time for that. I ain't using no Shazam.
Or you could just ask
Shazam.
Siri or
Fucking
Google
love
what
it.
song is playing as well.
Dude,
Okay,
You don't
well,
need to
why
do
don't
I'm so
you just
focused on like
fall
driving
into
my
the
car. The Current's
corporation's
just background
hands,
noise for me.
perp?
I just like it because there's no commercials. I mean, I
Right.
like the music. Don't get me wrong. That was silly of me to say. I like the music on The Current. That was just stupid of me to say that. But I'm like not always focusing on stuff because it gets me thinking
No,
about
I feel
stuff.
that.
I would legitimately not be the person and not just like a small amount, like by a large amount. I would not be the person I am without that radio station. And for just $5 sustaining,
Yeah,
Oh God.
you too.
I'm gonna
Turn
go
into a
back in
promotion.
time and take down that station just so Perp
Join
can't be the
today.
man he is. It's like going back in time and killing Hitler.
I'm not gonna lie.
timeline.
I bumped up my membership level. My sustaining. I went from $5 to $10 a month because like
Look at
they
you,
need
fucking money bags.
Oh God. Yeah, they definitely
they're
need it
losing
now.
all their
$10 a
they're
month.
losing all their federal funding. Yeah, to NPR.
Yeah, I know.
They need it.
I saw
It's
that
important.
about like PBS and stuff, and that's just bullshit.
It costs more fucking money to have. Well, no, it costs more fucking money to guard Trump Tower.
Yeah, I
than it
saw that
does
article.
Oh,
to
yeah.
fund the National Endowment for the
Melania and her
Arts.
son, because they have to do fucking security.
She doesn't
and all
want to
that,
sleep in the
'cause she
same
doesn't
bed
wanna
with her
sleep
fucking
in the-
lizard person husband.
Can you
Yeah.
blame her?
No.
No.
Yeah.
I think my favorite
I
piece of
certainly
video
cannot.
has been like Trump at the inauguration, and he's like waving to the crowd, and she's standing right behind him, and he turns around and she smiles, and then he turns back to face forward, and it's just the smile just sinks off her
Just-
face.
You could see like
I feel
the
bad for
just
her, man.
emotion falling out of her body. Like,
She did not sign up for that shit, you know?
No.
She just signed up to marry a rich dude. She did not sign up to marry...
she signed up to marry
She was
somebody
just
for
living
a green
in-
card.
in
Now
rural
she's the
Latvia.
fucking, now she's the first lady.
Yeah, man.
I'd say she's the first lady that we've all seen naked, but apparently there were pictures of Jackie Kennedy when she was in office or something. I don't know.
She never held office, but I know what you...
I see what you're saying.
Well,
Yeah. I wasn't going to say anything.
First lady, whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird.
um,
The whole situation's just
So
weird.
Mm.
so games.
Yes,
Games.
games.
Yeah, games,
I love
yes.
video games.
I've been
Yeah.
exploring a galaxy of games.
I've
Far,
been
far away.
yeah. Me and Perp have spent
Of
at least
game.
10 hours exploring a new galaxy
10 hours both, for sure. On the dot.
on the dot. Exactly 10 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
so-
hopped into that. We dropped our $4.99 a month so we could play the Andromeda trial early.
I set a phone alarm to cancel that next week. So
Oh yeah, I'm going to be
Good
canceling
thinking.
mine
I
too.
would. Yeah.
It was definitely worth it
Because
though.
it was because it was no change. So you got 10% off of the game if you had Origin, or EA Access is what it is on the Xbox. So you got 10% off So it took $6 off the purchase of the game. So the game was actually cheaper if you got Origin for that month and got the game early than it was if you would have just waited. Yeah. Mine was like 59, I think, where it would have been like 64.
Yeah.
Without it.
Oh, I bought the deluxe edition because I suck.
Oh. That's just multiplayer skins, dude.
No,
It's not even a
It's
season
not
pass or
multiplayer
anything, I don't
skins. It's campaign skins and all that good stuff. I mean, I know it's the
okay.
same shit and all that, but
It's
like
way
campaign
you
stuff.
get that weird ass hoodie. Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, yep, you get the hoodie, and I am totally gonna rock that hoodie.
So I have a question. How
That
is
hoodie is
the
disgusting.
combat? Is the combat pretty faithful?
I
the
like
Yeah,
it.
I actually had a whole spiel to say about this, so
Great.
I'll let you go first, Dylan.
No. I'll just chime in with you, Perp, because I'm sure we're gonna say some of the same things, but yours sounds formulated or pre-formulated, so I'll hop in.
So the combat, like I said, so we've only got the first 10 hours. I can
Right.
tell that they've laid the groundwork for something really fucking cool.
Yes.
But very early in that game, it's very daunting. Like you look at your skills, there's so fucking much you can do.
There's so much. It's
And I'm the kind of person that I'm worried about like missing out on like fun ways to play this game.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to like level up everything, and I've found like ways to play that like I really enjoy and like jive with me. But like all that stuff is still like really early. So the combat's kind of like really really hard right away
at the beginning
because you
some of the
don't
fights
get,
are
like, at the beginning.
they're just
Yeah.
kind of really hard. Like I found myself, I died in one particular fight like 3 times just because I was trying to do things that
Oh, yeah.
that I wasn't leveled
died,
enough
like,
to do.
Yeah, I died like 20 times in that prologue. It's just it's difficult.
Well, you were also playing it on a higher
at first.
difficulty early. It's
Yeah, I had to bump the
early.
difficulty down.
A recommendation for when you're starting the game, like your first playthrough, not necessarily New Game Plus because that is a thing, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I recommend
I'm
having the
definitely gonna use Game
sensitivity,
Plus this game.
the difficulty down to like normal for your first like 10 and a half hours of gameplay, and then bump it up when you start to level up a little bit more.
Oh, I'm not gonna bump mine up at all.
Oh, I mean, I'm not gonna like if like I'm saying
Yeah.
if one were
I mean,
to feel
maybe
so
in the next game.
inclined, but I which I don't.
Yeah, so like yeah, like the first, especially like the prologue feels kind of like, I mean, you feel like you're missing a fucking like gun or something,
Yes.
you know, and like
Wow.
because you can't really do much. Then you start to level up your powers a little bit more. You start to you start to get a feel of like how you want to play this game a little bit more, and then you get that sense of like how it opens up, and then it actually gets really cool and fun. It's not nearly as cover based as the other games are. I mean, you can still take cover and all that.
Yeah.
But I find myself not.
I actually find I force myself to find cover just because I get hit. Because my first thing, so I picked the scrapper training, so I
Yeah.
have the charge. So what the charge is you can be like close to 100 yards from an enemy, but as long as
the
you have
biotic
line of
charge.
sight,
Yeah.
as long as
I
you
did
have
the same
line of
thing, 'cause
sight,
I played a
if you when
Vanguard.
you hit left bumper, you're gonna charge at that guy. You're gonna deplete a good chunk of his health and replenish some of your shields, but then you're in it and you have to like finagle your way and figure out how you're going to get out of the situation you have just put yourself into.
Yeah. and you can tell, and you can tell there's like specs like later on we can like upgrade those powers better. There's like ways to better alleviate some of that like danger.
Yep.
But what's cool is like I feel like I was really just starting to open my character up combat wise and like start to kind of build these different profiles, because that's so like unlike the first games where you like made classes or where you would like pick a class and you can only do these certain powers and stuff. Now you can just do whatever power you want
whenever
and you can
you
make
want.
profiles,
Really?
which are like and the profiles are like the old classes from the old game, and they'll give you like boosts. Like if you choose like an adept, you'll have like boosts in biotics, but you can still do a soldier power if you want, or a tech power if you want.
That's nice.
Yeah, so and then you can. There's no more power wheel. You can only have 3 powers equipped at a time.
Yep.
Which isn't actually. Which at first I was like, oh man, that's bullshit. But then like thinking about how it worked, I was like, that's actually not too bad, because you can go in the middle of combat if you want. You can go in and switch
and change
that up
your freaking
anytime
profile.
you want.
It's awesome. Or any of that stuff.
And you get like 4 favorites, so you can construct like 4 different profiles. And what I found is like okay, if I'm battling this faction, like I work better with this profile, like I work better like at mid-range distance, so maybe I'll do like an assault rifle with like a thing to take down shields and like maybe like throw or something, or like interesting things to do like combo powers, or like if I'm taking on these guys, like I can do like a close range kind of thing. So like on my close range class still, and I've got it's a Vanguard and it's got biotic charge,
Nice.
cryoblast, and throw and push or throw. So I'll charge in, I'll freeze them with cryo, and then I'll throw for the biotic combo, and it does a shit ton of damage. It's really fun and cool, and I'll just shotgun everybody around. Yeah,
Have you
so
picked
can
up
do-
one of the
yeah, so,
melee multipliers for your shotgun? Have you found one of those yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, that's a cool mod.
I don't like the melees on Y.
I don't either.
Oh, and I was gonna mention something with those. I mean, I suppose that's something I could really like go in and fix if I really really wanted to, but yeah. I'll get used to it.
Well, all I would have to do is put it on a paddle.
Yeah, attaboy. So one of the things that kind of bugs me, which again, it's just something I'm going to have to get used to. Oh, also one of the reasons why the combat was really difficult for me right away was because I literally ended Mass Effect 3, started Andromeda. Mm-hmm. So I was so used to the Mass Effect 3 controls.
Yep.
That I was just like, wait, what the fuck? Where is everything on here?
What's going on?
Yeah. One of the things that bugs the shit out of me, though, and it will never not bug the shit out of me, I know I'm going to be doing this throughout my entire tenure with this game. So, to select a favorite, if you're on favorites, to select a favorite, you have to press X. If you press A, whatever your loadout is will be saved to that slot, even if you're already, if it's already saved to another slot.
Oh, God.
So I can't tell you how many fucking times I've gone into combat and been like, okay, I'm going to switch to my Sentinel class. And I go and press fucking A. So now I've got two fucking Vanguard classes that are the same thing. And have to go in and remake. And it's like not a huge... It takes like 30 seconds to remake that class. It's still frustrating.
Yeah.
It's like, why would you make A the save button and X the select button?
Yeah, especially when you have
Who
to
in their
redo
right
that
mind?
all the time, like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It's really fucking annoying really fast.
Who in their right mind thought of that? So yeah, that's the combat though, and it's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fluid. The jump jet is fucking great.
I love the jump jet. And all
The jump jet is
like
so
biotic
fucking
jump or
great.
whatever. It's
It reminds me of like Halo.
Yep.
Halo, like a little bit. Yeah.
You get
actually
up
the
and
whole
then you get
game.
dash
I'm not gonna
forward.
lie. And this is
actually,
gonna,
the
like,
opening music
kind of-
to the game, like when you're in the menu, there's like a horn that plays, and it reminds me of Destiny.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting like very Halo 4 vibes from this game, and like not in necessarily a bad way.
No, not in a bad
like,
way.
Like Halo 4, I mean Halo 4, if you look back at Halo 4, like it's still a pretty good solid campaign. The multiplayer is a whole different beast, which I will not get into.
We don't have
but,
to talk
like,
about that.
It's a good Halo campaign. And what's reminding me about Halo 4 with this game is that like it's trying to start a new series with this established beloved franchise.
Yep.
And I think what it benefits from, which Halo didn't, is that it's got these new, I mean, it's got a new start. It's got a fresh, completely start. You don't have to like Halo, like Mass Effect's story ended, right?
Yep.
Halo's story ended. With Halo 4, they're like, oh yeah, and then he was found, and you're fighting.
But he
the
wasn't
Covenant
dead.
again. There's some robots.
Right.
This one, it's like, yeah, like now you're fighting people again, like aliens again, and there's like also some weird like ancient robots in this one. But it's like a completely new story.
Yep, totally, and like
with
new
completely
characters
different
to fall in
characters.
love with.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie Dormer is a voice for one of the characters.
Natalie Dormer. I'm totally gonna romance her if I can because
Good
it's
luck.
Natalie fucking
The
Dormer.
first romance attempt.
I've
is
already
not a
flirted
good
with her
one.
once. She turned me down, but
Yeah, dude, she shoots you
I don't care.
down.
I am persistent.
We're talking about the
I know you
Mass
are.
Effect character, not the actress, right?
Both.
Oh, wow. Good for you. Shot down by Natalie Dormer. I'd put that on a resume.
I would.
I really like the story so far. Actually, I know a lot of Well, I mean, actually, a lot of people. I think it's been getting a lot of mixed reviews.
Yeah.
But I really like the story so far. There's a lot of mystery to it,
which I love.
it's-
And you, Purple, you and I
yeah.
talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
What I find reviewers that reviewers are doing is they're looking at it as a continuation in one way or another of Mass Effect, like the trilogy, not necessarily.
It's like a reboot, basically.
Yeah, they're rebooting it, and people
Yeah.
don't understand that they want all the answers right away, or
And-
they want more answers right away.
Yeah.
And that's not how it's going to work.
Exactly.
You need the mystery.
Yeah.
I don't want to
And,
know
like-
everything in the first 10 hours of the game. I need to play it
Yeah.
out and learn the new world.
Yeah, and does this game have its technical flaws?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
The
I mean,
faces?
I like the animations are just like disgustingly bad, but like they kind of always been with Mass Effect. Like,
They really
let's be
have.
real, they've kind of yeah.
What's
I,
what's
like-
the
but,
state
like-
of the game? Is it still in beta, or is this like close to release?
No,
No,
it's
no,
releasing. It
no,
it
it's-
Oh, it
released
is.
39 minutes ago.
Oh, it did.
39
Holy
minutes
shit.
ago, yeah.
Okay.
Yep, yeah.
Okay.
As of our recording,
Yeah, at the time
So,
this was
like-
recorded.
yeah. So like the animations aren't the greatest, but that game is fucking gorgeous. It is
I really
so
enjoy- yeah.
so pretty on those planets.
I-
Those like really detailed textures. The aliens look really good. It's just the
Yep.
humans that look disgusting and weird.
Which is kind of funny.
I'm playing it on my PC too. I'm running at 1080, 60 frames. It's one of the best looking games I've played
What
on
a
there.
beaut.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say so. Traversing the map changed, like the galactic map, which I appreciate. And I talking about how pretty it is.
Yes.
I
Yes.
literally just flew around and I was taking pictures on my Xbox, like using the snapshot feature, and just taking pictures
Yeah.
of the planets and the suns and everything because it just looks. It's so pretty and I like the. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say thank you for bringing up the map, Dylan, because that's actually one thing that always like bugged
Bugged
me
the
about the
shit out of
original
me.
games. Is like it's a game about like exploring and traveling the galaxy, but you never really feel like you're actually going somewhere because
Right.
you'll select something in a map and then you'll just like hang out in the Normandy and you never like see outside. You never know like where. Or like you like, and then even like the Normandy SR2, there's like windows, but you're just in fucking space somewhere. Whereas in this one, you go into the galaxy map, and instead of just like flying a little toy ship around, you like pick out your location, and then it like the ship turns, and then it like flies to the location. You see yourself actually traveling to it, and then when you exit the galaxy map, there's massive windows on the Tempest,
And you can
you're
see
actually
where you
looking
are.
out at your location.
Yep, wherever
And it
you
makes a
are is outside
huge
your
difference. You actually feel like you're traveling and exploring,
window. Yeah,
Awesome.
which is really cool.
especially for this game, this new game in the series because it is all. I mean, you're playing a Pathfinder. You're literally a character that's supposed to be exploring. You know.
Yeah, exactly. And I will say this about it. Especially compared to the other games that have come out this month, which like are stellar. It's probably not the best game to come out this month. It's if you are a huge fan of Mass Effect, like I am,
And I am.
it's definitely a faithful Mass Effect game, and
Yep.
it's gonna pique your interest about this new trilogy that they've set up. It's gonna do for you what Mass Effect games did for you in the past.
Nice.
If you're not a huge fan of Mass Effect, like I imagine that maybe it wouldn't have as much as an effect.
Especially right now. I recommend if you're
Yeah.
not a Mass Effect fan and you're playing like Zelda, if you have a Switch or you have a PS4 and you're playing Horizon, wait till you finish those games. And then if you're interested, get Mass Effect Andromeda.
And I would say if you're interested in Andromeda and you've never played any of the Mass Effects, you go back and play them first,
Me.
Yes.
for sure.
Get a feel
They're-
for
they're all
how a
backwards
Mass Effect
compatible.
game plays.
Well, and just what it is, the world.
what it-
It's one
yeah,
of the
no, yeah, yeah,
best
what-
constructed sci-fi worlds ever, I think.
Yeah.
Like,
Who
It's such
did
a
Mass Effect? What company?
BioWare.
BioWare. All right.
BioWare.
Yeah,
and
they
EA.
also did Knights of the Old Republic.
Yep. I think I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm watching
Is
a guy
BioWare?
Twitch it right now, and some of the jumping animations are really goofy. Like, oh
do you
god. The guy I'm watching right now has some sort of boost jump, and the graphic is like breaking on his screen. Like the boost
Well,
jump
that's
aura
probably
is
just
like
what he's running.
tearing through. Yeah.
Yeah, I also think people are holding this game are holding this game
To an unfairly high
to
standard.
a lot of high standards because not just because of the greatness of the first three, but also because of how much Mass Effect 3 failed in its ending in its last
gosh.
15
True.
minutes. So that left a sour taste in everybody's mouth.
Mm-hmm.
And that sour taste, is justifiably brought
Lingering.
over to the beginning of 4. And
Yeah.
like I said, I've really enjoyed these 10 hours that I played. I feel like I
really
barely
have
scratched
too.
the surface. And from everything that I hear, that's the bad part of the game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I'm very much looking forward to the journey ahead. If you're like I said, if you're a fan of Mass Effect, I think it's a good
It's
start.
worth playing.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's yeah.
Did you
I'm
guys
not
hear-
disappointed by what I see so far.
Speaking of these major releases recently, that there's been a little uproar in the Zelda fan community because I believe Jim Sterling gave Breath of the Wild a 7 out of 10, and the internet.
I don't know who that is.
He's a reviewer, pretty famous on YouTube for reviewing shitty games on Steam, all like the
Okay.
bad green light stuff. And he gave it a 7 out of 10, and like the internet collectively lost its mind, and
As they
I think he
should.
was DDoSed. I think he was DDoSed, him and his website.
What?
Shit.
That's
and,
fucking
like-
disgusting.
And like people tried to hack all of his social media accounts.
Okay,
he
that's-
got like a
That's
bunch of like
fucking
hack alerts.
disgusting.
Dumb.
And like
No,
and
I'm
that's-
sorry.
That's
No, it
like
is. It
hive
is.
mind, fucking mob mentality.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, like even if you think the dude is just trying to give it a bad score for like attention or whatever, like who the fuck cares?
I think
Seriously.
and Jim Sterling made a rebuttal to this, which was very well put, which was like, someone else not enjoying the game you have doesn't depreciate its value for
Doesn't make
you
it-
at any way.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's the thing. Like when I'm reading these like Andromeda reviews, like people have faults with this game, and like they are founded faults. But like I can look past them, and
Yeah.
like I'm sure there are going to be people who are listening to this, maybe like 2, because just based on our average listening population, that like both play Mass Effect and like disagree with what I'm saying,
Right.
and like that's a totally valid thing. And like I can understand why somebody wouldn't like this game. Like I personally like it. And like it's just a matter of taste. Like everything is just a matter of taste. And like I can totally understand why someone wouldn't like Breath of the Wild. Like
Sure.
it's nobody has final say. It's not like we're fucking voting or like putting Breath of the Wild into office. Like
Ooh,
Yeah.
it's
topical. Topical.
I can never understand people's obsession with reviews. It's like if you like something, you like it. If you don't, you don't. Like that's why I've been drawn to like that's why I've just been drawn to people who don't necessarily review games, but just like talk about them or like
Right.
movies or television. It's like or like for instance, I don't know if you guys ever watch Red Letter Media. They're the guys who do like the Plinkett reviews of the original Star, or not the original, the prequel Star Wars
Trilogy,
movies.
yeah.
They're fucking hilarious. But they have a thing called Half in the Bag where they just review movies in that, and like there are a lot of movies that I've like thoroughly enjoyed, and like I like those guys, I respect those guys, and I like what they have to say. And like they're movies that I've like thoroughly enjoyed that they've just trashed, and I'm like, oh man, like I don't agree, but I can understand
Right.
based on your taste that I know. Yeah,
It's like when I said that I
It's
really
a
like the
matter of
movie
taste.
Constantine, and Thomas told me that I was like the dumbest person.
Yeah, you're a
on the
fucking
planet.
crazy person.
Hey, that's pretty hypocritical compared to what you just said.
Bauska, the difference is
Fucking
that
love
like you're my
Constantine.
friend, and I wouldn't like try to actively ruin your life anonymously because of your personal taste in something.
I appreciate that.
I would.
that. Yeah, no, I
We
know
have a no
Dylan would.
DDoSing
Fuck you,
trust.
Dylan.
I like hardwood floors. Some people think they're cold,
I
but like
I like
those
hardwood.
people
I
wouldn't
don't like
throw
bare
a brick
cement.
through my fucking window. I love bare cement.
I
love bare cement.
I have a love-hate relationship with bare cement because I slipped
Well-
on it in my socks once and it gave me a concussion.
that sounds terrible.
Yeah, well, my mom's a
cement-
nurse, so of
bears-
course she didn't want to take me in. So she was on her way out to go to
Nice.
bingo, and so my mom was like, "Jess, make sure he doesn't fall asleep." So that's my story with bare
Nice.
cement.
Hey, bare cement is great if you accent it well, and you do have to throw down like some actual like rugs.
Right to bear cement.
I believe that's one of our amendments.
Anybody have any more games or any?
Yeah, I was
any
just
more
about to
thoughts
say,
on
yeah.
Mass Effect, Dylan.
What's that?
Any more thoughts on Mass Effect?
Yeah, just if you like Mass Effect games, recommended. If you're playing Horizon or you're playing Zelda and you don't know how you feel about Mass Effect, finish those games and then give it a shot.
Yeah.
Let your opinions be your own opinions. Just kind of. I just like the experience of the game, and just Mass Effect games in general. And I think everyone should at least give them a shot. So that's
Cool.
all. Play the
It
game.
gives you-
Play the game.
I will say one thing it does better than any other Mass Effect game is that sense of exploration.
Yep. Absolutely.
You really feel like you're actually moving through a galaxy, and you really feel like you're actually going from one planet to another. You're not just going from loading screen to loading screen.
And it's got that great Mass Effect feeling of like there are things to do. There are so many things to do.
Yeah. There's a lot to do.
Just
It's a
in
lot
those
more,
first
like,
10
open.
hours, there were so many
Yeah.
things to do other than
And we only
the
saw
story.
like a quarter of that first planet.
Oh,
Not
absolutely.
even, maybe like an eighth.
maybe just like
I
the
tried to go
smallest little
further
portion
out,
of
and
that
I
planet.
couldn't. I was gated. Yeah.
That's pretty
So
cool.
there's like a lot of side stuff to do.
Well,
Yeah,
especially
lots.
with games these days. I mean, like Witcher 3, like the size of that map. You think that's big? Like, it's only gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's great.
Yeah.
You're getting a lot more bang for your buck.
I heard, speaking of size of maps and Breath of the Wild, I heard that you played 3 hours of that this week.
Ooh.
Me?
No, Hampy
Yeah,
did.
didn't you say that? Hampy did. Fuck.
Hampy-
Well, he's not here.
I was like, I must have really been drinking when I did that because I don't remember that at all.
Speaking of drinking, I'm gonna go get another beer.
All right.
I'm gonna just excuse myself after saying something dumb and go get another beer.
Yeah, I wish
Felicia.
Hampy was with us. He was supposed to be on by now so that we could discuss this. He got a hold of a Switch and Breath of the Wild this week sometime, and he was really burning through a few hours of that, and I think he really enjoyed himself. But I guess
Yeah,
we'll have to see
we
when
were
he gets
talking about it.
when he gets on.
He enjoyed it.
I don't know.
So Mitchie, question.
Yes.
How is the Rust campaign going with you and Purple?
Yeah, how's
What's
Rust?
the,
Oh,
what's the
I'm
update
guilty.
here?
I've forgotten to upload an episode like 4 days in a row.
Yeah, I know. The last episode
I'm
was 4
really
days ago
fucking-
exactly.
What am I gonna
I know.
watch?
I've been out of
sorry.
commission because of my sickness. My sickness.
Yeah, and I mean we've got
Sequence.
enough episodes for like at least another week.
Yeah,
Month.
but
but we'll be recording probably within the next few days here to pick back up.
like
Well, yeah,
my-
and I was
my
talking to
own,
Perp
like-
about this. I'm debating on because it looks like a lot of fun, and I want to have another warrior in on that series. But I heard Rust runs like absolute shit on Max.
Yeah, I've also read that.
You know what
the
else
Force
runs
doesn't
like shit
run
on
too
Max?
Terrible.
The
What?
operating system.
Everything.
Nah, man, the new operating system's all right.
Ooh, I'm
Dylan, we
sorry.
play.
I'm sorry. I will defend Windows 7 to the grave. So
Sure.
Yeah, man.
I mean, no,
It's
I'm down.
totally
That's
I'm
not
not one of
relevant
those
at
dudes who
all.
gets really uptight. I'm not one of those dudes who gets really uptight about operating systems. I mean, I do prefer Windows over Mac, just because like every Mac that I've had.
No, I do
like,
too. And I'll say this.
Yeah.
Because my computer, my Mac was a graduation gift from high school, and I asked my parents. I was like, "Hey, I would be totally down just to have a PC. They're more, you can get them cheaper than a Mac, and they'll run better." And they came with a Mac.
Why didn't
So,
you
I
just
mean-
boot Windows on it?
I did, but then
did.
I just took it off of there because it was taking up too much startup space,
Oh,
and I wasn't using it.
Yeah.
But
All
now I
right,
would be
that's
using
fair.
it. So
See, I can only use on my MacBook, my 2012 MacBook. I can only use Windows. Like OS X will not run.
Huh.
It's just too slow.
Classic
I can only
Mac.
use Windows on there. Windows runs great. Windows 10 runs great on that thing. OS X just does not run at all. So that's
Yeah.
why I just don't like Mac operating systems. It just takes up a lot of memory.
Dilly, I think we have quite a few emails we have to address.
we do,
Oh,
yes.
God.
And I was gonna ask one last if there was any more games that we wanted to talk about.
Oh,
Or-
no, let's save it for
And
next
I know-
week. Yeah.
I know Hampy was planning on coming in. He texted me a little bit ago.
He's
But-
dribbling.
Just gerbling.
He said within
Well,
30
I've been
minutes, about an hour ago. So we'll do
Okay.
we'll do some emails.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been playing a lot of Super Mario Brothers 3
Ooh,
when I haven't been playing Mass Effect. If I'm watching something
fun.
on my 3DS.
nice.
The game is hard as fuck. And I'm totally safe scumming. Not within a level, but like, yeah, no, I'm not fucking going back and having to do missions or levels again if I've run out of lives. Fuck that shit. I'm totally ram saving that.
All right, so I have the first email up here. This is Corey's multiple questions. I'll read the email, but we're gonna kind of
Lord
rapid fire
Commander.
through these ones just because there's 5 of them. So, well,
Okay.
6 technically.
Lord Commander Corey Peck.
Lord Commander Corey Peck
Mitch, by the way,
says-
we got to get him in on our next recording session.
Yes, we do. You guys do.
Noted.
Yes.
As per his request, he would love that.
Yes.
So, Lord Commander Corey Peck, in the title of the email, it says a series of important questions. In the body of the email, he says, as the subject mentions, I have a series of important questions I would know your answers to. Number 1, Warcraft or StarCraft? Go.
Warcraft.
Warcraft. Yeah, Warcraft for sure.
I could go either way. Didn't play either.
Yeah. I think I pumped some like months of my life into
Yes.
Warcraft. I'm in it.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to say neither just because I never really got into MMORPGs. So,
Yeah, I'm
sorry.
indifferent about those. Number 2.
I'll also give a little
Oh,
pitch
go
for
ahead.
Warcraft that they also created like 6 genres just by creating the first Warcraft. Like
Yeah.
they pretty much created
MOBAs.
like MOBAs, their version of
RTSs.
RTSs.
Yeah, their
Um,
version of RTSs.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's-
RTSs
Command and Conquer
wasn't Age of Empires before World of Warcraft?
Not World of Warcraft,
No,
the
we're not-
original Warcraft.
Warcraft.
Oh,
Warcraft.
That's
gotcha.
Period.
But
And,
Guys, listen
Humans
to the
in
question,
Command and Conquer
Bauska.
was-
Warcraft or
Sorry,
StarCraft? There's no world of in there.
I don't know. I never played. I had shitty net zero internet that came on a free disc in the
You
mail.
didn't know you had to
Yeah,
play
Net
Warcraft?
Zero, Netscape.
Oh,
Netscape.
Let's be real though.
Netscape.
What's your favorite RTS? Mine is split between Red Alert 2 and Dawn of War.
Age of Mythology.
Oh, Age of Mythology
I
is
don't have
really
one.
good.
Yes, it
Don't like
is.
RTSs.
But I will actually
don't
say
really
Rise
like
of
them
Nations.
anymore. But Rise of Nations. I haven't played an RTS in years, but Age of Mythology was my shit back in the day. I
was
really
so
enjoyed
good.
Age
The
of
God-
Empires
the God
too,
system.
but yes,
I haven't either.
Loved it. Loved it.
I've actually like heard good things about Halo Wars 2. Like maybe I'll get that game when it's like $20.
I've heard that nothing changed from the first game, and I was super
Yeah, but, like-
underwhelmed by the first game.
Okay, fair enough. I might get it.
Just
like,
because
I
I
might-
don't agree that RTSs should be played with a controller.
Oh, I
Well,
think that's
see, that's
the
the thing I
wrong
was about
way.
to say.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Absolutely. Well, I've heard
It-
that like
it-
2 gets a little bit better at like optimizing it for controller, but also
I don't
you
know.
can get it on
Windows.
Windows.
I had
so.
Lord of the Rings.
I know, but I feel
I
like-
can't remember what RTS it was. but I had a
like Battle for Middle Earth or whatever it's called. Or...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had that for Xbox 360, and it was just I had it for computer and 360, and with the controller, it was just god fucking awful.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming the Hampy to our podcasts. Welcome, Hamster.
Oh, hello! I've returned.
It took him a good
I don't know
minute.
what the thing was that I was just doing, but
Yeah, you were busy. Actually, tell us about that. Let's hear about your week.
tonight I had those like little cabaret things. I did.
Hey,
I had
take
a
your time with
doubleheader
it.
tonight.
Don't rush it. Yeah, what cabaret
I'm feeling.
things?
I'm a little flustered.
Are you drinking a High Life? Or, a Coors
fucking
Banquet?
Banquet. Cut him some
Here's
cred.
the thing. With these cabarets, I get a drink ticket each time, and tonight I did 2 of them. So
shit.
I had a couple Sam Adams hopscapes,
Oh,
which were really
hopscapes.
good. But for my fellow warriors, you know I got that Coors Banquet.
Oh, the Banquet.
So
Ban
we're all,
that
I think this is the
Banquet.
first that we're all drinking.
Banquet all day.
No, we all drank the first time.
I didn't.
Yeah, I was
Day one?
shit-faced the first time.
No.
We
I did
know.
Not drink I did not drink episode 1.
And the third
well aware.
time. I'm
Dylan?
shooting. I'm batting 50% here on times I've been.
Yeah, we can tell.
Just getting
Hampy, what's up?
fucked up.
Fair warning, I'm testing out turning my gain up just a little bit. I think what happened was last time is the microphone was backward, which is why I think some of
That's
the
called
levels
a
are a little
speaker.
different. So they might be a little hot this time, so sorry if you have to...
No,
angle
you
it.
sound great. You sound great in my headphones.
Happy, you know, a backwards
so yeah,
microphone is just
was-
a speaker.
Oh my god.
We got him.
You're right. Okay.
Anything?
Anything else
What
you
else?
want to say about your week?
Yeah.
So,
what do you
I
got about
mean,
your
you
week,
know,
buddy?
Tonight I had the Firefly Cabaret, which is fun. We did a Buffy the Vampire Slayer Cabaret. I mean, these things are awesome because, like, you can perform, there's no pressure, so you're just having a good time. I get all the bit parts, so I can do kind of, like, whatever I want. Super dope, get a free drink afterward.
Nice.
Throughout the week, otherwise, honestly, I just worked a shit ton because of these weddings I'm trying to save up money for, so... I did...
Right?
I was at one shift from Come From Away, which is this musical about this airport during 9/11 that some flights got rerouted to. So the American airspace was closed, so they had to hang out for about 5 days in this small city in Canada. Well, I had no idea about the story. You know, we were all kind of young when it happened. I hadn't heard about this at all.
Yeah.
So it was this really cool musical about, there was a city of about 9,000, and they had to house 7,000 additional people who were flying during that time. So yeah, super cool story, kind of bluegrassy feel, really great musical. But I saw Sir Ian McKellen there.
Oh, another celebrity story?
We were just
I
talking
took
about
note.
Lord of the Rings.
I took
were,
note.
right
I said
before
I
you
have
came
to.
on.
I have to say that on the podcast. But other than that, so that's the only cool story from work. Otherwise, I worked a matinee on Sunday at School of Rock where it was bought out by this law firm for like a family day, and so the candy was free because they had just paid for it already. And so these ravenous
Did
children,
they tip you well?
no, they didn't at all.
You
These
did-
ravenous kids
Oh,
are just
fuck that.
clawing at my bucket relentlessly because they know it's free and I can't do a damn thing about it. So
Did
I'm
you
just helpless
steal
to
a
these
shit
children.
ton of candy?
Oh, you know I did.
Oh,
hell yeah.
boo. At
I
a
have so
on
many
record.
M&Ms.
fucking bunch of crunch up the wazoo.
Well, we don't have that, but
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Do you have
bunch of crunch,
Butterfinger
don't get me
BBs?
started.
Nah, man, we just got M&M's, Kit Kat, Pringles. I have a whole spiel that I do.
Nice.
But that's about it. I don't mean to hold things up, put a full stop on
No,
things,
dude, you ain't not
No,
holding things
hey,
up. You are
well,
not holding things up.
I tried to get some info on this earlier if you want to just talk briefly about your 3 hours of Breath of the Wild.
Oh,
Yes.
dude, you guys, like,
Please.
I literally, so the map is broken up into, like,
Did you play it on Switch or on Wii U?
I played it on the Switch on TV, not on, like, the
Okay.
handheld tablet.
Cool.
Ah.
Is it your Switch or whose Switch is it? Just like
It's just a buddy's, and it's so funny because we actually had a huge blizzard, and it closed down the city, like the subways weren't running and everything, so it was kind of a snow day for everybody. And this dude I haven't spoken to in kind of a long time, he just hit me up on Facebook like, hey, you want to come over and play the Switch? I was like, you fucking bet your ass I do.
Does the shit in his hat?
Yeah, so the map is broken up into a bunch of plateaus. You have to find these shrines to get to the main dungeon to get to the next part of the map. So I was able to complete the first plateau. Beautiful. First of all, just beautiful to look at. You know,
awesome.
And just the same, like all the things that you like about Zelda with like that next gen polish. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's really incredible, man.
Now I've got a question for you, Hamster.
Yeah, what's up?
A lot of people are reporting pretty bad frame drops when they're playing Breath of the Wild on the TV. Did you notice any frame drops or any frame stuttering while you were playing?
You know, I heard about that also, and I was honestly looking out for it. I don't know what it was. I didn't notice it at all, and I did play
Were you
it
drinking?
for
Did everything just look like that?
Wow.
What's that?
Okay.
Were you drinking? Did everything look framey to you? So you just couldn't tell?
No, that's just tonight.
I've heard that too, Mitch.
Ayo.
I've heard that too, and I've seen it in videos. From what I can tell, it doesn't seem like it gets in the way.
No.
Right. I mean,
it's
yeah.
annoying.
Honestly, it was to the point where I didn't even notice it in the few hours that I played. So,
Okay, cool.
yeah. So I mean, that's good news. I didn't really like the controller of the Switch itself. It's okay. Like it's okay for, you know. You're also like I will also use this in handheld.
Did you use the Joy-Cons or the Pro Controller?
It's just the stock, whatever the stock controller.
the
is.
Joy-Cons.
The Joy-Cons?
Yeah.
The Joy-Cons,
So
yeah.
you know the buttons are a little close
The red and
together. So sometimes it's a
Yeah.
little wonky, but you know you got to think about it like I can play this on my TV and also on my commute. You know what I mean? So like.
Right.
Yeah.
I noticed it only because I play Xbox and PlayStation, but that's not what you're playing when you're playing the Switch, you know. So,
Right.
I've heard it compared to like the 3DS a little bit. Those.
I mean, that's pretty much what it feels like. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get to play
Not
it
terrible.
like in handheld, but I mean, I could have played it. I couldn't put it down. You know, it was like 3 a.m. I couldn't
Awesome.
put it down.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm just glad I got to play it at all, man.
Nice.
Sweet.
Cool. Well,
Yeah, man. That's
we
awesome.
were just in the middle.
We were
of
just talking about some
reading
emails,
this email
Hampy.
from Corey.
Oh yeah.
Are we past the game
so
stuff?
Jump back in.
We are a little
Yeah.
bit. Do you have
Because-
something you want to
because-
talk about?
Well, here's the thing: is at a certain point, guys, I did purchase Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh, fuck! Talk all about
Yes.
it.
Go.
Go,
Let's
go,
hear it.
go.
Go.
Is that
Hit it.
okay?
Yeah.
That's how my reaction is. What I just said. How I just found. That's my reaction
Yeah.
to the game.
Just really good.
No, you guys,
play that?
gorgeous. Like I've never played. It's just seamless. Like it's an open world, and it doesn't hold your hand. But all the side quests, none of them seem like overly deliberate. They fall into. It's so organic. Their experience is so
Yeah.
organic. Visually looks phenomenal. Like there's a little
Yep.
bit of wonky facial animations
I've heard that.
that
yeah.
happened, and yeah, it's true. Like they didn't quite get the like muscle behavior of human faces, I guess, quite right. But I almost don't notice it because of the level of detail in the faces. Like just you can see pores, dude. You can see these blemishes. It's incredible. I can just look at the faces that they've rendered all day, despite the animation flaws. And I'm not even that far into the main quest. I've probably played about 6 hours, but it just it's hooks in me, man.
Awesome.
I never have a dull moment.
It's
in the
dino
game.
hooks.
It's dino hooks, yeah. And it's cool how the machines themselves, like how they do behave like wildlife, but you also have wildlife that exists in the same. Just how they kind of mesh the aesthetics of like it's tribal, but it's actually in the future. So you have these like primal and also futuristic things going on at the same time. It's just a joy to play at every turn. So I won't be putting it down. The map is huge. The map is freaking huge. I couldn't believe it. So that was my birthday gift to me, and
Nice.
I'm not slowing down anytime soon. It's cool to have, the female lead that's not... She just feels like a person. It's not, like, pushed on you like, this is a strong, we're making a statement sort of thing. It's just like
Right.
Yeah.
a
She's
cool
just a
person
badass.
who happens to be... she's just a badass.
Oh yeah, that actually reminds me. I was gonna say this when we were talking about Mass Effect earlier. If you're gonna play those first 3 games, play FemShep. It's such a
FemShep.
better experience.
All the way.
Yeah, it's such a better experience. It's so much better. Anyways,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's about it, man. Like, it looks great. The gameplay is so fluid. None of the quests so far or the trials seem, boring or anything like that. So, I look forward to reporting more. I'm in the first, fraction of playtime, but it's phenomenal so far.
Sweet.
Well, we look forward to hearing.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Looking for So next week we'll plan on a Hampy more in-depth look at Horizon, and hopefully
Horizon
Purple and I
Zero
will have
Dawn.
more details
Yeah,
on
Mass
Andromeda.
Effect.
Holla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Hampy, I'm gonna.
Continue this core email.
Yep. So
Yeah.
we just started doing emails. We're doing Lord Commander Corey Peck's first email, a series of important questions. Question number 1 for you, Hampy, is Warcraft or Starcraft?
I'm so fucking game. Here we go. First of all, I mean, I guess short answer, it's got to be Warcraft. Here's the thing.
Hoorah.
I love RTS games. I'm also very bad at RTS games.
I like it.
So
Yes.
I like StarCraft a lot. Probably the biggest RTS I played was Warhammer 40k Dawn of War because I played the miniatures.
Yes, thank you.
Yep, I played the
Thank
miniatures
you.
game.
Let's play that, Hampy.
Yeah.
I bet
I-
there's still like a way to play it together.
There's got to be. I mean,
Well,
I have
3 is
Dawn of
coming
War.
out
I have
soon,
Dawn of
too.
War 1 and 2 on Steam. Now that I think about it, actually, super fun to play in
I'll
that
have
universe.
2.
But I try to get into the
Eldar for
multiplayer.
life.
Eldar are fucking OP on the tabletop and in the computer game. But
I played a lot of multiplayer in that game too.
well, and I got okay at it, but there's something about RTS and the micromanagement. I don't know. I wasn't grasping it. So I really enjoy the games. I like the strategy. I'm just not an excellent player in the genre. So and I just have more experience with specifically World of Warcraft. I didn't play a lot of the Warcraft games just because it was in that era where my parents were like, "Oh, it's rated teen, so sorry."
Yeah.
But I played a lot of World of Warcraft, had a lot of fun in there, mostly in Cataclysm. I talked about that last time. So I'm more familiar with that, and I'm definitely feel more comfortable in the MMORPG genre. So I gotta say Warcraft. I also play a lot of Hearthstone.
Oh, so good.
So
yes,
just
he
those
does.
characters
I played it.
Shit.
near and dear to me.
I played it for about 2 weeks. I gotta play it again more.
So
New expansion's coming
I
out
enjoyed
soon.
it.
yeah, that's right.
Shit.
So much affection for StarCraft, but I gotta go with Warcraft.
All right.
We also need to acknowledge
Next.
the elephant in the room that StarCraft is pretty blatantly a Warhammer ripoff. Like, pretty hardcore.
Well, that's
Are
Space
we just
Marine.
gonna straight up
Don't
say
tell
it?
that to
Faye?
Korea.
Oh, we're going to say it.
Oh, we go
Let's
say
be
it
real,
up
let's be real.
here.
That's what. Like,
Slaying
that's
them.
Blizzard's MO, right?
Yeah.
That's Blizzard's MO. Like they take these well-established tropes and they just like they refine them into like a really tight, really good game.
You guys, Overwatch
Like-
is Team Fortress 2,
Yeah.
Yeah,
really
but
is.
it's
A
like
really
awesome.
fucking
So
good Team
it's
Fortress
okay.
2.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like a really fucking good Team Fortress 2. Mitch, we should play Overwatch again soon.
We really need to. I need to get back.
Oh, you're not inviting the rest of us because we all bought it on
You're not
Xbox, but
inviting-
you want to play it on PC? Bye.
Okay,
That's fine.
Fuck off. I can reinstall it on my Xbox.
No, you can
whatever.
just
fine.
Venmo me
Yeah,
the
we-
$60 that I spent on it. That's cool, dude.
I'll just buy
All
your
right.
computer. All of you.
We gotta. Shit
All right,
ton
next
of
question.
questions.
Next question.
60
Next
frames
question.
with a
Next question.
mouse.
Here we go. Number 2.
Lady
And we're
sorry.
doing them speed round, so just kind of speed them out. If you have a quick reason, that's fine, but we're speed
Got
round.
it.
Number
Yeah.
2. Favorite Smash Bros. Character, any version of the game. Purple.
Link from Melee.
Mario. I'm sorry. Is your name Purple?
Oh, I didn't hear him say that. I just
gonna
heard
read
him,
names.
I heard
I'm
him
gonna
say
say
go.
names,
I
too.
was like, I want my opinion to be heard.
I'm gonna say
Mario,
names
Fuck you,
too.
because,
Purple.
okay, Mario is he's perfect for
Mario.
for all these. He's medium speed. Yeah, dude, medium
I
speed,
don't know.
medium attack. He's got a range attack. That cape is legit, and you can push people with the water. Mario.
Cape is super legit.
Mitch.
Ganondorf, King Dedede, and Roy.
Whoa, does it say
Roy.
pick 3?
Well,
You gotta pick one, dude.
I gotta
would've
pick one?
said DDD if I
Fuck
could.
it. King
Yeah.
Dedede.
Boom.
DDD.
Any short reason?
Dedede's up B is the greatest thing in existence.
Yes,
enough.
it is. And
Campy.
is down. Oh, wait, Snake too. Snake honorable mention. Sorry.
Hampy.
Okay, Dylan, fuck you. I'm picking 2. I didn't own. I only owned Smash Bros. 64, in which I was playing Kirby because I was like, you guys, he can have everyone's powers.
You're an
Oh,
ass.
He can have
fuck you.
everyone's powers.
Kirby's such a new
love you.
Nerf character.
I love you for playing Kirby.
Fuck
Dude, I play
off.
Kirby all day. I don't give a shit.
Kirby is
But-
like
Fuck you.
Kirby is like running around with the rocket launchers in Halo. Like it's just a fucking cheap win. There's no
I'll do it all
good.
day.
Like you can't feel good about
Oh,
yourself
Danny-
after you win with
win
Kirby.
is a win.
Are you just mad because I'm a
Danny
brick all
Lewis
of a
would
sudden?
only play Kirby.
Yeah.
Are you just mad because I'm a brick all of a
Danny Lewis would
sudden?
only play Kirby.
Or
That's
Spike
all
Ball.
I'm gonna say.
Yes, I am.
But in the melee and afterwards, I only played it at friends. Like I didn't own it, but I played Marth because he has that counterattack with his sword that I would just spam and hope to hit. So
Nice.
Yeah,
That's what I
fuck
played.
you. I played. Mine was Falco. I like just
Hell
shooting the
yeah.
gun and making people have to jump around
Nice.
me. Bauska.
Well, now I don't want to say it.
Go ahead. Link.
this
You
is
already
safe
said
space.
it.
out.
Safe space.
Oh, okay.
Link is legit.
Link from Melee.
Tier 4.
Actually, I want to say from Melee. I want to
system
say
is a myth.
Toon. I want to say Toon Link from Melee, and then Adult Link from
Nice.
Brawl.
Nice.
Mostly because his up B attack, his whirlwind spin sword attack, whatever it is, like that was just fucking unstoppable. And then if somebody had like a high damage percentage and you hit them with an arrow, like they just went fucking off the map. It was great.
True.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Next up.
Next question, gentlemen. Favorite Halo game? Purple.
3.
So hard. 3. Fuck.
3.
Yeah, just spit them out. 3.
I thought we were all just saying 3. Halo,
Halo?
3, hands down.
Yeah, Halo
Yeah,
3, dude.
Halo.
Yeah.
Halo
Yeah,
3.
easy.
Easy.
Well,
Best
and here's the thing: is
multiplayer,
like
I mean,
best
it was
community.
the best time I've ever had playing video games.
there's
Like,
often the
absolutely.
argument
Halo
for
3 is the
there's often the argument for 2, but I didn't get really into it until 3.
2 is
That-
fantastic.
That's when kind of like we were growing into the culture of gaming.
Yeah.
Well, I
was
caught the
Right.
back end. I caught the
Yeah.
back end of 2. I honestly think that 5 didn't get its due. I think the multiplayer in 5 is fantastic. I think it's the best multiplayer since 3.
I agree.
And
Fair.
but
That's
3 for
including
sure.
like Reach and 4.
if Halo 5 had like the community that Halo 3 did, I think it could very well be like the best Halo game. But you know, it's just a little too late
Yeah.
for that game.
Still sold it for Gears though.
Yeah, I know you did.
Yeah, nice.
This next one's a little weird. It makes more sense if you're reading the email. So I should have said the 4th question is their favorite Halo game, and the 5th question is favorite list of questions, missing the 3rd question.
Threw me off.
I
Threw
don't.
me
I still
for
don't
a
understand what
whirl.
he means by that.
Corey.
Because he doesn't have. There's no number 3 in our list here.
Well, I guess
Yeah.
this one
He's
because I've
fucking
never
with
seen
us.
another one.
Lord
missing the third
Commander.
Question.
This one right here.
Yeah.
Corey, that's my kind of
We're just gonna. Yeah, Corey, you're just Lord Commander. I respect you.
We salute
Number
you.
6. If you could recommend anything to anyone, what would it be and why? Happy.
Recommend anything, dude. One of the things I've had to learn, I'm just like a high nervosity guy, kind of a high anxiety guy, I guess. Like, give less of a shit, dude. Don't give a shit, man.
Amen.
That's good.
I mean, that's me. That's me
Totally.
after like 4 beers, I know, but like, fucking just live your life, do the things you want to do, and pursue the things you want to pursue. Don't give a shit, you know. I I'm battling that
Life's-
myself right now.
yeah.
Life's
but
too short to give a shit.
It's too freaking
Agreed.
short, man.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, fuck yeah, dude. Mitchie.
Anything to anyone.
Anything to
That's
anyone.
The parameter? Oh,
Anything
Jesus.
ever.
Let's see. I guess probably the most important lesson that I've ever heard would probably be just try anything once and go for a perspective of like, instead of what can I get out of X, try to look for things that you can sort of exchange back. So like this idea of just try to give as much as you take, you know?
It's the give and take.
Try to help
Absolutely.
people out. Give back when you can. And generally, I think karma comes back and helps out when you need it the most. That's I think. The best advice.
No, for
Boom.
sure.
The
Bauska.
great new Porto has spoken.
Yes, spoken. Bauska.
When you poop, and
God.
You son of a bitch.
Yo, really?
let me finish it. Let me finish
Use
it.
a
I just
stool
had to
when
mute
you
my
poop.
mic because I have a cold and I've been coughing a shit ton, and I just had a fucking fit when you said
Finish
that.
it.
Put your feet up on a stool.
No.
when you poop.
Okay, they have those. They're called the
Seconded.
squatty potties. My sister has one, and they're fucking
They're
amazing.
great. They're great.
Okay, listen though. When you poop and you wipe, you first you wipe down to get whatever's hanging left there, and then you wipe up. And the last couple, they're polishing wipes. You shouldn't see a whole lot there. But you have to make sure that first wipe is down to get whatever's still hanging. It's very, very important. Otherwise,
I misread the tone of this question.
Otherwise,
You heard it
when
here
you
first,
when
huh?
you start by wiping up, it's like trying to wipe peanut butter out of shag carpet.
Purple go. Purple go.
Say
God.
Attaboy.
That's
Purple.
all I got. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Purple. Save us.
Yeah, so I legitimately, I actually, legitimately mean this. Like, spend time in Minnesota.
Yeah.
3 months. I actually, 3 months, at least, if you've never been.
It's the
there's
best
nowhere
of
else in the
all
world like it.
worlds.
It's the best state in the union. I legitimately mean that. There's nowhere else like it. And
Hell, it's the best state
it's
in the
best.
Confederacy. Let's be honest.
Hell yeah.
God.
Honestly,
Spend time in Minnesota.
whenever I go back, man, I it surprises me like how relaxed I feel, how it just is cathartic and peaceful being there.
Yeah. I love this place, man. It's great.
That's good. That's good.
Anyways,
I like that.
shall we move on to the next one?
Oh, yeah, no, it's fine. I won't say mine. That's fine. Let's move on.
Oh, God.
Dylan.
fucking
Hey,
A,
Dylan, what do
I'm
you
sorry.
think
I got-
about this last
I got
question?
distracted by Bauska's
Dylan,
shit
how do you
story.
wipe?
Hey, Dylan, Michael, what's your response?
Hey, man.
Yeah, what do you
don't
use
use
my
my middle name?
What could you recommend?
If I would recommend just try to be a nice human and just accept people for what they like and what they do. Unless it's killing somebody, then report that shit. But
Dylan, you don't like
people
taking
have
your
their
own
likes,
advice,
they have their
do you?
dislikes.
Oh,
Only with you, Bauska. I don't see. You're not a person.
Oh, that's fair.
no,
I've
you know what,
created
Dylan?
you
I
in
like
my
that a
mind.
lot. You know how I usually articulate that? It's like you can choose to be pleasant. You know what
You
I mean?
can choose to be
You
pleasant.
can always choose
Exactly.
to be pleasant.
Always, and especially
Kill
working
'em
in
with kindness.
the restaurant business.
Yeah.
Choose to be pleasant. Choose to be
Yeah.
pleasant. You have that option. All right. And Lord Commander has one demand. We are to describe a favorite movie very poorly.
Oh,
His
I
example:
remember this.
I've thought
a
about
servant
mine
falls
for a
in
while.
love with a girl and then abandons her. He turns into a pirate
Oh, I don't
and
have
crashes
one
her
maybe.
wedding.
That's Princess Bride. Oh, we should try and guess what
Oh,
we're
that's
talking
good.
about too. I've got
Oh,
mine.
I don't have
if
one.
you guys want to hear it, if you want to think about it.
Go ahead, Purple.
Okay, so a farm boy finds his father with the help of a hippie and a pirate, and they both kill the head of state.
It's Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
That's a good one though.
Nice. That's fun.
Yeah. Anybody else have one?
Okay, I guess this is probably more of a reference, but immediately when I read this email, the first thing that came to my head, which is weird because I've only seen this movie one singular time, but it's a movie with Donald Glover, and there's a team of teenagers that solve mysteries, and there was this line where this kid comes out of one of the kids' houses, and he says, "You're out of toilet paper, so I just toughed it out." And
that was a pretty bad explanation.
That line has stuck with me. Hey, can you cast your judgment elsewhere, maybe, Dylan?
Ooh.
No, you're supposed to describe a favorite movie poorly, and you did.
Listen,
Wow.
it was very poor. Also, you guys went
Savage.
to college with me. You know what happens when I drink alcohol.
That's true.
Like 2
He
years.
abandons.
I am the lightest lightweight. I am super Irish, and I'm also not an Irish drinker. Okay?
He's
Doesn't
not.
make sense.
Happy?
Doesn't make
Do you remember
sense.
the time where you completely destroyed one of my cigarettes? When you were like, I just want to hold it in my mouth and look cool.
I
And you
have
just had
thought
it
about
there
that.
the entire night.
I have thought about that. It's actually funny because, eventually once in a while I would actually smoke cigarettes, and I've like had a pack of my own, and so I know what a favor that was to me from you, and I have thought back and really appreciated that from you.
The filter was gum at the end of it. It was gum.
I remember that
disgusting.
night.
Oh, that was a good night, though.
That was a good night, but also there's just me in the corner like, I just want to have a fucking cigarette in my mouth, you guys.
I want to look
I'm not
cool.
going to smoke it. It's like, what am I,
Smoking
15?
isn't cool, kids. Smoking is not cool.
No, definitely
Don't do
not.
it.
Yeah, totally.
Mitch, do you have one?
I do not. I did not make one.
That's all right.
I know. I didn't. I'm not prepared either. I liked both of those. I guess I could. It's two old men on a road trip with a little girl, and
Logan.
the army's chasing them.
Logan.
Yep.
Peace.
Well, we could, well, for those of you who couldn't think of one.
Okay. Fucking.
Oh.
So, okay.
He's having a
there's
stroke.
Here we go.
Face. Wait, was it fast? Face, arms.
So there's a bunch of there's a bunch of tiny people that live in the meadow, right? One of them's fishing. He looks down. He finds a piece of jewelry at the bottom of
Lord
this
of the
pond,
Rings.
Lord of
right?
the Rings.
Lord of the Rings.
The sandbagging. That's
Well,
good.
for those of you who couldn't come up with one, you can pay your tax to Lord Commander Corey, and we will move on.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
I didn't
we'll
get to
move
say
on.
mine.
What?
Oh, do you have one?
Okay, Bosco, what do you got?
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So, fuck, dude. Nick Cage finds a map on the back of the Declaration of Independence.
National Treasure.
National Treasure.
National
By
Treasure
using
2.
lemon juice.
Ooh.
I was getting
Benjamin Franklin's
towards,
secret
but
weapon.
then
All right, this next
in the
email.
next movie, he finds Cibola.
All right, Bosco, I've got Mass
I'm
Effect
not
to
good at
play,
this
man.
game.
This next email comes from someone that's not Corey Peck.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
We're
I was
getting popular.
as surprised as everybody else.
I know, right? This next email comes from Jeff. Jeff says, "Dear North Shore Warriors crew, thank you, Jeff. By the way, we love being called that. What is
Thank
your
you for
favorite
emailing
moment in
us.
any
Yeah,
film?
no kidding.
All right, I admit that this is that it is probably an impossible question to answer, but just pick one for the sake of the segment. For example, mine comes from a great '90s feature. I won't name the movie, but I'll quote it. Quote: I've just pissed my pants and nobody can do anything about it. End quote.
I love that.
Okay,
That's
so confession, I guess in my consumption here, I think the mystery team reference that I was making was actually for this email.
OJ.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Well, Hampy's got his. Unless
Well,
Hampy's
there
got
you
another one.
Awkward.
My bad.
Oh,
I think
I mean,
because
I have mine.
I think his example
Oh,
and my
yeah.
example were both had to do with going to the bathroom.
Going to the bathroom. We've had a lot of
Oh, that's
bathroom
what- that's
jokes
it.
or a lot of bathroom talk in this.
A lot
one,
of
so-
potty
I'm going to
humor
stop
in this
talking. You guys go
podcast.
ahead.
I have mine. Just any Back to the Future. You chicken?
Mm.
Did you just
Oh yeah.
Oh
You
man,
just call
Eric,
me-
Eric, what else did they say about that?
yellow?
More Chuck Berry.
Dun dun. What's the matter, McFly? You chicken? Nobody calls me chicken. Oh, fucking great. That's a great answer, Dylan.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Purple
I think. Oh, purple.
or Mitch
yeah.
or whoever.
No, you go ahead, Mitch.
Okay.
No, I'll do mine.
I think just based off of how amazing it was to see in like live in a really nice theater, it would probably be the Mad Max reboot with the Witness Me.
God.
The Witness Me scenes
Oh,
are some of the
yes.
best, like
Oh
coolest.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
the fucking like guitar drum truck, which was the most radical
Yes.
thing in the universe.
Which is practical too.
Oh
It's
my
all
God.
Very
practical
practical. It was a
effects.
real thing. Fucking crazy.
I've never agreed with
So,
you
yeah.
more, Mitch.
Witness Me.
Yeah.
So
For
good.
me, I mean, and this isn't necessarily my favorite movie of any moment of any film because, again, that's a very hard thing to answer. But one moment that sticks out to me recently is actually in The Force Awakens, in that final lightsaber duel. First of all, I think it's an incredibly shot sequence. It really pays
Oh, yeah.
homage to the
cinematography
original.
is so good. in that scene.
Yeah, and it really pays homage to like the original influencers of Star Wars. You know, like those old samurai movies, like Yojimbo.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite moments, like of recent films is that moment where their lightsabers are crossed and you can see the reflection in
Rey's eyes.
Rey's eyes.
Oh.
And Kylo Ren says, like, I can teach you the ways of the Force, and she goes, the Force, and it gets she calms down for a second, and just that old motif that we know and love, you know, that old like dun 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 dun, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Chills,
that
dude.
just starts playing,
Shivers.
and it's like
chills.
like that just brings back like all of those. I mean, it says something about like what music can do in films,
Oh, yeah.
because that just brings back all of those, you know, all of those old memories and all of that like old mystery and like and wonder about those old Star Wars films. That and like also like the moment in the trailer where they first play the Han and Leia love theme, you know, like the dun 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 dun, like both of those moments get me.
Oh,
Yeah,
I saw The Force Awakens 4 times in theaters.
dude,
yeah, I
I did
saw it
too.
3 times in theaters, I think.
The one,
Bauska?
the one.
No,
I
4.
also
Yeah,
for
4.
for some reason, in my current state,
No, go ahead.
what I thought of for a movie moment was in Jim Carrey's The Mask, when he is holding those mufflers and he turns into a tornado and he shoves them up the butts of the auto repair guys.
Butts.
I'm gonna mute this microphone. Go ahead.
I think we got a theme going on tonight.
Bowski.
Just
Nice.
butts. That's the theme.
Okay, so mine's a little bit of a throwback. I didn't. I don't know. Anyways, so in the movie V for Vendetta, I believe most of us have seen that. Yeah. Okay, so when Natalie Portman's character Evie is in Lark Hill, she's in prison, quote unquote, and she finds a note from a woman named Valerie. It was, I don't know if you guys have, if you remember, but the note's basically this story about this girl that fell in love with another woman, and then she ultimately, like, because of the whole government coming down on, you know, gays and lesbians, whatever, she ended up in this like resettlement camp or whatever. But that entire scene is so powerful. I remember watching it the first time and I was just bawling. I was in tears, and it's so good because it's like a movie within the movie, and it's just so like it just really spoke to me because I mean, like, that movie's all about just, you know, like, corrupt governments and whatnot, and it's just like in such a shitty, bleak situation, like, she was still able to just, you know, find just happiness in her memories and whatnot. And I don't know, I thought that scene was very powerful and very well done, and it's one of my favorite movies.
That was nice.
I love
That
it.
was really nice. All right, that's everybody. Next question here comes from. This is the first of Luis's questions. So this comes from Luis. Don't know where he's coming from. Hi, I was a big fan of Final Fantasy on NES, Game Boy, and SNS Super. That's Super Nintendo, right?
Yeah, Super Nintendo.
Okay,
SNES,
sorry.
Yeah.
But never followed it later on. Any thoughts on going back to play all the games I've missed? Which are the best? If I could only buy
17
one
of them.
system to experience these, which one? Feel free to
That's
take
a
that
tough
any
question.
direction you wish.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
that's tough.
I the only experience I have with Final Fantasy after the SNES era was my uncle lived with us for like 3 months while I was like 6, and he had a PlayStation and played a lot of 7. But that's all I know. I haven't played any of those newer
I know,
games.
and it's unfortunate. I haven't played any of them really
Yeah.
either. I've heard great things about them, and like the people that I have stuck with them have just have. They're
15
just
seems
lifelong.
alright.
I
Huh?
believe I played Final Fantasy on the Game Boy. But after that, the only one I played actually was Crystal Chronicles on GameCube. And Crystal Chronicles, it was very well done. It was I never beat it per se, but I did put quite a few hours. And I mean, this was when I was like, I don't know, like 10. So cut me some credit. I don't really remember a ton of it, but I remember it was a very, very well done game. And I sunk a lot of hours into it. Gameplay was really good. Graphics at the time, I mean, GameCube was very cartoony, but it was very well done. So I'd say if you're looking to get back into it, Crystal Chronicles was actually a lot of fun. I'd give it a shot.
Cool. Anybody else have any more Final Fantasy suggestions?
Yeah, I've played Final Fantasy. Basically, I've played 7 through 13 and the tactics games. I don't know. I mean, of
3D
course, like
ones, basically.
Yeah, all the more modern ones, starting with the PlayStation.
Yeah.
And I mean, 7's lauded as one of the best RPGs of all time. But I honestly can't say as like if you're asking should I go back and play all of them, I would definitely say no. Especially since like the Lightning trilogy that just came out, not just came out, but that recently came out was really abysmal, and Dirge of Cerberus was okay. Basically, I would say play the tactics games if you're into sort of top-down turn-based strategy games, sort of in the vein of like Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't think they age well. I just don't think they, especially 7 to like 9, like the voice acting, when they start implementing voice acting, is really, really bad.
Yeah.
It's really, really bad.
Cool. Well, is maybe the is it just like the
American voice acting,
localization voice acting? Like I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe the Japanese with like subtitles is really good.
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely suggest if you're playing through, especially Final Fantasy X, just put on English subs, because the cast is really bad.
I think they're remaking 7 too. I think they're doing like an HD.
Yeah, they're doing like
remake
it's actually they're remaking it in more of like a Metal Gear Solid fashion, I think.
Oh, okay.
They're sort of twisting it into more of like an action RPG rather than a turn-based.
Interesting.
Okay. As the modern ones
more
are.
more like 15. Yeah.
Exactly.
I've heard 15 is okay.
Yeah, 15
Yeah,
15
I've heard
actually
good things
has
about
sort of
15.
rejuvenated the market for Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
which is nice. But yeah, that's my
I played. I
Jesus
played
Christ.
Final Fantasy. I think it was Final Fantasy IV on my Game Boy Advance SP. Just kind of the classic looking.
Is that the one with the train? where you can suplex a train.
Suplex the train.
I think so. Honestly,
That's
I
4,
haven't
right?
played it in years.
Yeah.
But you're fighting a lot of gods. I mean, I remember in my younger years having a great time with it on the Game Boy Advance. But nowadays, they have these mobile Final Fantasy games on your phone. So if you're just looking to scratch the Final Fantasy itch, maybe pay the few bucks, like $3 or $4, get it on your phone. There's multiple versions that I've heard about. Maybe try it out that way before you invest, because in the secondary market, you never know what these systems are going for, I guess. But I don't know, try or just like download an emulator, dude. You know what I mean? Like, you can play any ones that you have nostalgia for. Or like, what are your favorite ones? Like, just play them on an emulator.
Definitely.
Otherwise, probably Game Boy Advance is where I played it the most. Also like Tales of Phantasia, which is kind of a similar aesthetic. I played on the Game Boy Advance.
Cool.
But other than that, man, like, I'm just pumped that we're getting questions. Like Jeff and Luis and Corey, like, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'm
Thank
super
you guys,
excited.
Yeah.
All right, we have one
We're
more
going
question from Luis.
Louise.
And it is the Borg question.
Oh, I got
Luis,
it.
Star
this tripped
Trek
me up, my
Voyager.
dude. This tripped me up hard.
All right, yeah, Luis, this tripped us up. It sounds like
I
a
do
couple
a
of
little
us
bit
might
of
be able to help you out here, though. Okay,
Yeah,
if 7
I
of
think I
9
know.
was tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01, what does that mean? Any ideas on what the secondary and primary adjuncts would have done? Cheers, Luis.
I got
That's a really
this.
hard question to read out loud.
Ready?
No, I got this.
Primary was Cyborg from Teen Titans. Secondary was the Beetleborgs.
Oh, Beetleborgs.
Big bad
Beetleborgs.
Beetleborgs.
Okay, no, I got this.
I'm just kidding.
Are you ready?
I'm sorry. I'm
Take us
not.
away, Perp.
I'm not a Trekkie, so Perp, take it away.
I wouldn't call myself a Trekkie, but I would say that I've got a good understanding of Star Trek. I mean, I've watched most of Next Generation, not a lot of the first. A lot of Deep Space Nine, actually. I would say that Voyager is probably the worst series besides Enterprise. Like, Enterprise saved Voyager from being, like, the worst Star Trek series. So, here's the thing about 7 of 9. Just based on the title, right? Just looking at the words and what they mean. The tertiary adjunct. So, from that we can understand that she's, like, the third best non-essential addition of Unimatrix 01. Which we can infer might mean, which like is maybe like some sort of Borg collective server or like digital world or something. So that's what I think tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 1. She's not essential to it, but she adds to it, and she's the third best one that adds to it. So the secondary and primary adjuncts, I think, based on 7 of 9's name, we can maybe infer would be 8 of 9 would be the secondary, and 9 of 9 the primary. Yeah.
I have no
and
idea what any of this means.
Yeah. So, and to answer the question, what would they do? The only thing that Borg do, which is to assimilate.
I was
And
thinking that because
is the
I did
answer to
some
your
research. I was gonna say they would assimilate the shit out of everything because that's what they do.
You will be assimilated. Yeah.
Damn.
So Luis, you'll have
Yeah.
to tell us if we how we did.
If we did a good
It's all
job.
manifest
if
destiny.
you have the answer.
Yeah. Of course,
And that's
of
it
course,
for-
being adjuncts. They're not essential to Unimatrix 01.
Ooh.
They're just
Boom.
yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is getting pretty deep.
And
I
that-
just kind of spaced out for a sec.
Oh, happy.
That, my dudes, is the last email of this session. So,
Awesome.
does anybody have
Let's
any
keep
other pressing topics to talk about? Hampy, I know you're late joining. Did you have anything you wanted to say?
I didn't, man. I just want to reiterate, like, it was so fun to get emails this week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
please
That's
keep
so-
please keep sending them because we will talk
Yeah,
about
send
even
us
when it's
emails.
stuff
Real
that
highlight of my day.
Yeah. Even
were-
when we have maybe less experience, on the Star Trek, like in the Star Trek stuff, we
researched
have
the
so
shit out
much
of
fun talking about them and thinking about how we're going to apply them to the next episode. So please,
we were
keep
excited
sharing
like
those.
little schoolgirls. We were like texting each other back and forth, like, "Oh my
Yeah,
god,
yeah,
someone emailed us."
You
It
should
was
have seen. We no, you guys. We got to say
That-
this. We actually had a conspiracy theory that they were all Corey Peck.
Supreme.
Actually,
Like,
though,
you-
Corey-
Commander.
We were like,
Corey-
you guys. There's no way that people are actually emailing us. They all have
Listen,
to
yeah, Corey, if that was you, don't tell
Yeah,
us.
if it was, don't tell
Right.
us.
It'll
We were
ruin
so
everything.
excited.
that will just ruin me as a person. Like that will push me over the edge of insanity.
Yeah.
But yeah, send us emails, subscribe to the YouTube, follow us on SoundCloud, follow us on Facebook, stay up to date with us. We want to keep you guys updated with what we're doing. Purple's going to be putting up some more Rust episodes soon.
You like tomorrow? I could have been putting them up all this week. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Dylan,
Shame,
what's
we're
our
gonna get some more
email
of
again?
those.
Yeah.
The email us at northshorewarriors42@gmail.com.
The one thought I did have this week is like, I'm just glad that we've regularly rendezvoused for a whole month. Like, we're a
Yeah,
month in,
yeah.
guys. Way to
Episode
be.
4, episode 4.
We did it.
But yeah,
That
more
email
content
again.
coming. I'm going to be, email is northshorewarriors42@gmail.com. Subscribe to the YouTube channel because I'm going to be posting, and Purple, I'm sure will be doing this as well if he can on his PC, some Andromeda gameplay.
Oh yeah.
I will be
Maybe I'll
posting
do that
from the
tonight.
Xbox, and
Maybe I'll do
Purple
that
will be
right when we
posting
get
from the
off.
PC. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes out for that stuff. And we'll have some commentary of our own to tell you how we're feeling about what's going on.
Yeah, and hey,
peace.
also with fucking emails. Sorry, I just opened my fourth beer. With emails, I just want to give some incentive to email in. This is an early podcast. We're not getting too many, so even if you email something really fucking dumb, we'll probably
Chances
have
are.
to read it because we
We'll
don't
read it.
have a lot
True.
coming in right now. So
We will
We'll
absolutely
fucking
there
read
you
it.
go. Yeah, we'll read it.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Cool.
creative.
Well, get creative. Subscribe,
Should we do what's
like,
on tap?
follow. And
yeah.
North Shore Warriors, that is episode 4. Thanks for listening, guys.
Peace.
Wait. Do we want what's on tap?
Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. I
Reverse.
fucked up.
Nick.
Reverse.
Yeah, what's on tap, gentlemen? Bauska?
What's on tap for me? I have to take a drug test tomorrow, so that'll be fun.
Oh.
Attaboy.
Yeah, gotta go pee in a cup. Other than that, we're taking Mr. Dexter in for some more blood work on Wednesday. Try and figure out what the hell's going on. Yeah. Otherwise, this week I'm. My brother-in-law. I hope to God he's not listening. Jeremy, if you're listening, turn this off because no spoilers. We're having he kind of knows it's a party, like something's going on, but he doesn't know what. My brother-in-law's just getting out of the Army after 8 years, so we're going to go on a brew tour down in Rochester, and it's like this whole trolley that takes you around town.
Nice.
And from brewery to brewery. And
Awesome.
yeah, we're gonna go down and do that this weekend, so that's gonna be a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Cool.
Awesome.
Purple?
I've got some more chiropractor appointments. That should be fucking great. Feel great after those. And then I will know tomorrow, as probably either the day that this comes out or the day before this comes out, whether or not I got that place in Northeast. Yeah. And other than that, a lot of Mass Effect.
A lot of Mass Effect.
Nice.
Yeah.
Mitchie?
A lot of the same old. I'm working, picking up shifts this week. We're
Picking up
LJ
your
and I
keys
are
from
gonna be-
Duluth.
Yeah, no kidding. Getting a car back. A lot of the same old. Nothing too new. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna restart, and I'll pitch this here as an idea. Is that we could potentially do a D&D session between
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
and I'd be
Yep.
more than happy to DM for us.
I've wanted
I
to
know
do
you
this
would.
I'm
for
in.
so long.
I think this is a fun idea, perhaps.
I'm in.
I've always said
I've got
actors
my
are the
dice.
best people to play D&D with because they get super
It's so
committed.
true.
I love it. My character is going to be horribly explicit and vulgar, just so you know.
Perfect.
Awesome.
I would expect
Perfect.
nothing less, Pasca.
Rogue Archer.
It'll be hard for me to depart from. It'll be hard for me to depart from Robert Zimmerman, but I'll make somebody just as badass.
Well, cool.
Camping.
Maybe we'll record that and do that in the future.
We'll talk about
Yeah,
it.
we'll do that.
definitely
We can do that as a whole nother
Yeah.
series too.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. Hamster.
Awesome.
I'm just working a bunch. I have my improv graduation show for level 3 at Upright Citizens Brigade. Going on
nice.
level 4. But other than that, I'm just working a bunch because the following week I'll be in Minnesota, nerd.
Yeah, you
Oh,
will.
What?
For Jacob Fazio and Bailey Boots' wedding. So I'm just working a bunch, saving up
Okay.
for that.
Shit.
Wait, let's be real. I never got an invitation. Would it be weird if I went?
Oh my god, Purple, let's
I
go
don't
together.
wanna
Just
answer
roll
that
up,
question
and you know
on
what?
air.
We'll record it for the podcast. Just roll up, and we'll
Like
record
actually though,
what
would it be weird if I
happens.
went? Because
Wedding
I wanna
crashers.
go.
Wedding crashers.
I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not inviting me but you know.
I think
go.
I don't know the whole deal, but I think it's like a smaller. I don't know. I think they're going for like a smaller thing. I have no idea, dude. I mean,
All right, fuck it. Happy
should
you come
ask.
see me.
You can be
Dude, I'll
you can
come
be
see you,
Hampy's
dude.
+1.
you guys,
Hell yeah.
we should record a special episode where we're all in the same room.
Oh my
Except
god.
for Bowska, come down.
Wait,
Oh,
when
except
is
Basca,
this?
because
We
he's
could do
into
this.
I don't know. It's
yeah.
I'll be in town. I'll be in town April 5th through the 8th, I think.
I might be able to make that
Oh,
work
yeah.
if it's on a weekend.
That'd be super
We'll
cool.
ta-
should
we'll
totally
talk.
do, like,
We'll talk.
Where we're
We'll
all in the
talk.
same room for the
We'll
first
figure it
time,
out.
and then-
We'll keep y'all in the loop, y'all
Yeah,
listening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's my week.
But yeah,
Maybe we could
cool.
do like a special like couch co-op game, something too. Or like
Yeah, that'd be
Twitch.
awesome.
Or we could do our
Secret
Dungeons
Hitler.
and Dragons when we don't have to do it over
Hey-o.
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Anyways, yeah.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, mine's pretty chill. I'm gonna be playing Mass Effect a lot, and working.
Sick.
And yeah. Shall we wrap it up, boys?
That's
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thank you so much for listening, folks. And that is going to do it for episode 4. And we will catch you next week. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.